Madison or MetroKiaofMadison.com.
Everybody's ego takes a shot on this show.
You gotta keep your chill with Jim, Matt, and Molly.
I am savage.
So you're not special.
Jim, if we want to play this game, we can play this game.
And I'm just like, oh my God, this guy's gonna swing on Jim. He's a complicated fellow.
People like me.
I don't think so.
This is Jim, Matt, and Molly. Presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN.
We're learning a lot about each other.
It's Murr.
I'm the flower, it's
Mister.
I don't want to pat you on the butt and you poop in my hand, so.
What is that called? He made chicken soup out of chicken poop? No? What is it?
Chicken salad out of the chicken.
Yeah. Chicken soup out of chicken poop sounds better.
Just the tip, though.
It's just not the time or place. Do that later. Like, your friends and family are here.
Your mom is here. That's
Right.
like how I feel about it. Like I said, it gives me the heebie-jeebies.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio in downtown Madison. Alongside Matt Hamilton and Molly Brown, here's Jim Rutledge.
It is Jim, Matt, and Molly. Matt Hamilton, Jim Rutledge with you live from the Everlight Solar Studio. Primetime Wollersheim with us as well. We are presented by Coors Light. If the Mountains are blue, you know what to do.
And that's Crush, a Coors Light.
We were laughing as we came into the show because right before the show started, Ryan said, don't throw it to Molly. She's not ready to go. And I just turned to Matt and go, I'm going to throw it to Molly.
Yeah,
Right?
for sure.
Immediately.
What do you think about that, Molly?
Get into the show.
Oh, she's speaking, but no words are coming out. guys.
perfect.
844-770-3776 is how you get into the show. We have a jam-packed show today, Matt Hamilton. We have Don't Quote Me. It says maybe, but we have Don't Quote Me. We have Minute to Win It, Molly's Game, Mark Tauscher joins, and we have pole dancing. Woo! That is a show and a half. Thanks to the folks at North and South Seafood Smokehouse for having us out there. Yesterday, Matt, I was at the one in Verona. I'm kind of like making a tour now because I was at the one in DeForest today. Saw JD.
Okay.
Yeah, I was out there with our good friend Brad from Ho Chunk. We got some lunch out there and fantastic lunch menu over at the DeForest location. Got a chance to talk to JD for a little bit.
I was able to, so as you know, right at the end of our show, my friends from Australia who are here for the Madtown Double Down Curling event at the Madison Curling Club, open to the public, starting tomorrow, basically all the way through Sunday, so you can come down and check that out. But they were they're in town. I said, they're like, where should we get some good food? I'm like, well, it doesn't get more American than barbecue, and barbecue doesn't get any better than North and South Seafood and Smokehouse. Saw them today at practice. They were both very, very pleased with all that they got. I recommended just get a smoked meat platter. Get a platter where you get like a variety of their options, from the pulled pork, the brisket. The chicken's always fantastic. Like, you really can't go wrong. And Dean was even like, yeah, I even had some of that for lunch today because their portions were just enormous. So if you want to make sure you're full when you're done with your meal and you have a fantastic meal, North and South.
Molly Brown missed out twice now.
I know.
I went to your home, North and South. JD informed me how often you go there.
How often?
I'm just kidding.
Molly just got outed.
He's not wrong. No, he's not wrong, and I'm not embarrassed to be outed on that. But no, actually, shout out to JD, because when we had like our last supper as an ESPN Madison crew before
now we're all the whole crew, huh?
Before I left to be on not maternity leave, but to come to the zoo, he made me a special salad, which I so appreciate. So, because he knows that I love that firecracker shrimp salad.
Yeah, he probably made it the day before because he knows how you like soggy salads too.
There you go. Yeah, he's really hot.
It would have made it even better, honestly. I'm not gonna lie. I love a soggy salad.
That is terrible. That's a terrible food take. It might be your worst food take.
It is an awful food take.
I don't have many food takes, I don't think.
I know. That's why it's an easy one to pick. That's your worst.
It's right up there with you sending foot pics.
Yeah.
Like she was soliciting.
Do you guys want to see my feet?
Jim said sure.
Jim said sure. I know. I just wish I would have seen the ask first. I'd have been like, no. Hell no.
I can still show you again today if you want me to.
No, thank you.
Do we need a daily foot check?
No, we don't. We don't.
Let's just see how big they are when I actually go to the hospital. We should do a comparison, a side-by-side picture.
Just here's the thing: don't ask, just do. Ask forgiveness, not permission.
There you go.
Haven't you ever heard of like Brett Favre and like the things he did? Like, I don't
He
want to be
wasn't sending
unsolicited.
his feet.
I know,
his
well,
feet were
I
in the
believe it.
picture, but that was more accidental.
They were blurry.
Yeah.
No
I'm not going to do unsolicited pictures.
No Crocs is all I ask.
Gross. I don't think my feet can fit in Crocs right now, if we're being honest.
I'll tell you what, though. If I were you and pregnant, Crocs sound like a great shoe choice.
Yeah, I have my waterproof Birkenstocks, which are essentially the same material as Crocs, and those do not fit my feet right now. So we're sure I got to go loosen the notch on each of those.
It's like a Thanksgiving belt.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Imagine how big they're going to be after I eat a couple helpings of stuffing this next week. Oh my God!
So are you so pregnant you're not hungry, or are you still hungry all the time? Because like it just feels like there's nowhere for food to go.
Two things trying to steal food from her right now. She's probably super
It's a
hungry.
boy and a girl. We can clean off the things.
Okay.
Two humans.
Thing one,
it's funny
thing
that
two.
you asked that.
Dr. Seuss.
It's funny that you asked that because I was just having this conversation with the boys yesterday in my household. That I was saying, I'm like, because they were like, "How are you gaining so much weight if like you're really not eating that much?" because I told them I'm like getting close to like what Dad weighs right now. Like I'm getting big, and yeah, so they were like, "Well, how are you gaining so much weight if you're not even eating like more than what you normally do?" And I'm like, honestly, I'm eating less than I normally do because like I don't have enough room in my body for food, like because everything is pushed in all different directions right now.
That
like,
and you
my
can't move
stomach-
around. Like if you wanted to burn a
move
calorie,
around.
you couldn't.
Yes, like I can't move around. Like I mean, I try to go on walks and stuff, obviously, but like there's not a lot of movement. Like it's yeah, it's just I don't know, but I'm gaining weight crazy fast, and like I'm not even eating that much food, and I can't eat that much food because I have so much dang acid reflux. It's horrible. The heartburn is terrible.
So would you recommend being pregnant with twins?
I mean, it'll be cool once I have them here, but like right now,
is
it
it like way harder than when you just had the one child?
Yes.
Okay.
Like I feel like
imagine.
the way I
hard?
felt at yes. the way I felt at 9 months pregnant with my son before, I've been feeling for probably the last like 2 months. That's how it's been.
Sounds great. So,
yeah, you guys are lucky.
Molly's having a great time up there.
Yeah, sounds like the zoo's fantastic. When you got the boys asking, like, how are you gaining so much weight?
Literally.
You're huge.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically.
They're-
No, because I mean, like, no lie, full transparency. I think with my son, I gained like 50 pounds. I think we're on track to gain like 70 pounds by the end of this. Like, that is crazy.
You're going to birth out
Crazy.
like 25 or something, you know, so 20 pounds.
I mean, yeah.
there you go.
That's
Right
fair.
down to that 50 number. So you're good.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Addition by subtraction or subtraction by subtraction. Any other things you want to set your feet yesterday? You're sharing your pregnancy weight with us. Anything else you got to share with us? Start the show, Molly? Or?
Let me think. I think we're good for now. We're good for now.
Here's what we're realizing, Ryan, and this is where the show is fun, but also I think hard, is that Molly, I don't think gets a ton of out-of-the-house interaction during the day.
I'd say zero.
Yeah, and so
She actually outlined it for us once.
I went to the Beaver Dam office today for about an hour and a half, so I got out.
Okay, that's good at least. We have verification.
It's not
You
even
got
as long as I'm in this office. Like if you're putting in less time in the office than me, that's when you know you're not getting enough social interaction.
That's fair. That is fair. But it's also cold. It's winter. Like it is literally snowing outside of my windows right now. Who wants to go outside? Not me. It's cold. It's icky. It's gross.
Can I be full transparency here? Like my situation, and then just being shut in the cold with twins for the next 3 months. You're just home with the family.
Timing's not bad.
Sounds like the movie Misery. Like I don't.
It's better than
That's
it's
like- it
better
actually
than being
sounds
laid
great.
up inside during the summer.
True,
Like,
but I just
right?
mean in general, like, hey, you can't. No, summer kids, you can get outside. You can get. Summer, you're not actually laid up inside. My point is that after these kids, then it's just her and the fam, the 7 of them in a house at the zoo.
7
for
days
3
a week
months,
for
where
months.
It's dark all the time with no human interaction outside the house. I'm just saying, Matt. Are you signing up for that?
No.
Matt couldn't last like even 2 hours being inside the house, like without doing anything. No, see,
Good point.
it'll be interesting because I hate winter. I hate going outside during winter. I hate driving during winter. So I am excited that I won't have to drive, especially driving to Madison for the next 3-4 months. That part I'm looking forward to, that I can just kind of like stay home and whatever. But also, like, when you have newborns, I don't know, you don't want to go anywhere really, because it's like you don't want to get sick. It's cold. It's, all the things. But
So if you're not gonna be driving your car for some of these winter months, I would recommend putting a couple more mouse traps in there, so you don't get any more. Because I know you didn't clean that car out like when you got home for the start of this maternity leave. So like, just a recommendation.
can I just say, I have not filled my gas tank either in like a week and a half.
Is there
and that
gas
has been
in it?
so nice. Yeah, there's a half tank.
Okay.
We're good.
Just wanted to double check.
Yeah.
What, I got to go put some heat in or whatever it's called?
No, but like some stable or sea foam. It just keeps the gas a little bit longer. It's what I put in my boat when I store it for the winter. Like 2 capfuls of sea foam will go a long way.
Okay, good to know. Yeah, because before this, I was filling up my gas like literally every other day because I drive so dang much. So that's a pro too of being home.
There you go.
It's nice.
Brian, how you
money.
liking the show? How we doing here?
It's a good sports show, right?
Well, I mean, this is what it is when Molly's at the zoo, guys.
Yeah.
By yesterday's standard, this is a fantastic show so far. Let's be honest.
Did you find the picture of my feet to blur?
No.
Okay,
No
well,
one wants that.
I'm not actually doing that, Molly.
Well, it would just make great content.
844-770-3776. Do you want a blurred photo of Molly's feet? The fans can decide.
All right, yeah. I would.
It'd be hard
Please
no.
say yes.
Guarantee if we ask Maddie Hayes, our former social media queen, she can help out.
She would do it in a second.
Yes.
I wouldn't even have to ask her.
You wouldn't have to ask her. She'd just do it? What
Yeah.
kind of relationship did you guys have?
Well, she was just good at her job.
She
Knew
has
what I
another
wanted.
job.
844-770-3776. You can vote on that. Well, do you want a blurred out photo of Molly Brown's
If the fans say
Whoa,
yes, then
what?
I will do
Of
it.
Molly Brown's what?
feet?
Whoa, okay. Woo! You got a little bit of a pregnant pause there.
Feet. I love the double entendre.
A pregnant with twins pause right there.
Yeah. Whew. That one made me nervous. My heart raced. Woo!
Made you nervous, though. All right. ESPN Madison's YouTube page is where you might be able to see Molly's feet. Otherwise, you can listen back Wisconsin on Demand, Apple, Spotify, and those great places. And you can stream the show, again, at the YouTube page. And then Jim, Matt, and Molly is our Twitter. So, speaking of Twitter, Mark Tauscher, perpetual Packer homer, put this out today. I believe this. The Packers 49ers game is a playoff game for San Francisco only because, everything's green and gold here.
Yep.
And the Pack can send the Niners a playoff dagger with a W. Do you agree? I absolutely disagree. And I'll start with first why I disagree with that.
Well, don't you ask if I agree or disagree? And then you can get into your part?
I'm doing my part first.
Okay.
And then you and then Molly, if Molly remembers what we're talking about. But here's it. The division leader in the West is Arizona at 6-4. I don't think anyone's like, oh, Arizona's some juggernaut. And so, you can't. Or a juggernaut.
Juggernauts?
So that part's in play. They play the Cardinals again so they can even out that series, much like the Packers, in theory, could even out the series with Minnesota to get second place. They ain't getting the division. So the division is in play for the 49ers because, and Packer fans should be used to this, they play in such a terrible division that the division is going to be in play throughout because it's the Rams and the Niners and I think Seahawks all at 5-5 with Arizona at 6-4. So yes, the wild card could put for the 49ers if they lose to the Packers, but the division's still in play. So I guess on that part first, Matt, I want to get to the question, but you said you had to take. So will the Packers deliver a dagger to the San Francisco 49ers playoff chances if they beat the 49ers at Lambeau Field?
No, I also disagree with that comment.
All right.
Because of where the Cardinals are sitting, right?
Yep.
I do think the Rams, I thought they were looking a lot better, and then they...
Well, they're 5-5. I mean, there's just
They're
all these,
fine.
The 49ers are 5-5. The Seahawks are 5-5. The Rams are 5-5. The Cardinals are 6-4.
Yeah, that's just two bad games. That's one bad game from the Cardinals, and then you beat them in your head-to-head for the Niners. So it's not out of the realm of possibility.
And the Cardinals have another game against the Rams left, another game against the 49ers left, and I believe they have 2 games against Seattle left. So it is not a foregone conclusion for them.
So my question is, so we always talk about how the Packers have, well, other than the Bears, but so far they've lost to their divisional opponents. How many losses do the Niners have specifically to their divisional opponents?
They lost to the Cardinals, for sure.
Who's that?
Yes.
The Packers?
The Niners.
Niners.
Who
Niners
did
lost
they
to the
lose
Cardinals
to?
for sure, and I want to say the Rams beat them early in the season.
I think so, too.
Setting aside the wild card thing here, it's the 49ers are going for the division. They have an opportunity to at least split against everyone. That's what I know for sure. They have the opportunity, to, at a bare minimum, to split the rest with their conference, the 49ers.
I mean, the Packers do, too.
Yeah, but the Lions have 2 losses.
Yeah, and also, I mean, I'm not saying that the Packers are going to win their division.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm just saying.
I'm saying
yes.
It is just as likely the Packers win the division as it is the 49ers get the wild card. Like, neither is happening. The 49ers have a better chance of winning the division than the Packers have of winning their division. The Packers have a better chance of making a wild card than the 49ers. So me,
you think in order for the Niners to get into the playoffs, they have to win the NFC West?
Yes.
That is their only way. Okay.
I would say as of today.
I mean, if they win out, that only puts a. I mean,
they're just not going to win.
That's the only way they could do it.
I'm going realistic. Yeah, like that's for all these. I'm just kind of going. If a 5-5 team's not winning out, and they are very injured, but they could get healthy later, and who knows how it goes. So the 49ers do have a lot of work in front of them, but they do have the ability to do that work in front of them. They've already split against the Seahawks. They won earlier in the year, and then they have the opportunity here to then obviously they can still split against Arizona. And they still can split against the Rams. Mm-hmm. So their season probably comes down to January 5th, the last game of the year for them.
Which is what game?
Cardinals 49ers. So to say they have a dagger, I think is a bit aggressive. On the flip side, and here's what I put out on social media. On the flip side, I actually did say that. The dagger is at least drawn against Green Bay if they lose to San Francisco. I would not say they have the dagger plummeted into their green and gold hearts, but if they lose to San Francisco at home, that gives them 4 losses, all in the NFC, limited tiebreakers, and basically no chance of winning the division. We can agree that if they lose and drop to 4 losses, the division is bleak because the Detroit schedule is cake. There's a lot. Yeah. So,
but if Detroit's only had 2 losses, and that would drop us to 4.
4 losses.
Then
you already lost once to Detroit.
Right, but if you clip them in the game that you get
You're
your
in third
head-to-head,
place right now,
so you could drop them one more game. You just got to hope for one weird one. And
but again,
it
you're
looked
assuming
like
your
the
team
other
wins
day
out.
they were
Like,
going to lose.
But again, I'm not going off of like if we win out. I'm saying that like if the Packers are a 4-loss team, that means they probably lose once or twice more throughout the year. Not the fanatical, we're going to win the rest of the way. No, like in a normal way of like if
No,
you are
I
a
mean,
team,
I'm
if
agreeing
you're a
with
team,
that.
yeah. So
I'm just saying,
most likely, if the Packers lose, then they are pacing towards a 6-loss season, maybe 7. So then that's not a team that's going to win the division if they lose to the 49ers. So my point is, both these teams have a lot on the line. This is not I hate the 49ers, so the 49ers are the only one who have anything on the line. Because the 49ers, and here's my point, they have a better chance to win the division. The Packers are right. They're not done, but it
doesn't look
good
to win the division. Yeah, I'll agree with that.
Especially when you look at Detroit's remaining schedule. I think Detroit's got Indianapolis this weekend. Their schedule is flipped from the Packers. Like their schedule is easier the rest of the way.
But Matt, I mean, I guess I don't know how to frame this.
I mean, they
question,
still
but,
got the
what
bit.
percentage of confidence
It's
do
not
you
only
have?
easy games.
What percentage of confidence do you have that the Packers are actually going to win the division? Because I don't even think that there's a chance. Like
Well-
I get there's theoretically a chance, but realistically, I don't think they have a chance. Like I don't even think Minnesota has a chance at winning the division. Like that's how good I think that the Lions are.
Also, you have to go to Detroit and beat the Lions, and I know you did it last year, but that's Thanksgiving. I think Thanksgiving games or Thursday games in general are always weird because
That's funny you say that because the Packers play the Lions on a Thursday.
Great, but that doesn't mean you're going to win it again.
But
that
I'm
means
just
like,
saying, you
got
said they're weird, so...
Right, but they don't go weird your way every time.
Right,
Because
agreed.
weird, they could lose to the Dolphins. Right? They're not just weird in your favor. They're weird the other way. The curse of Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, I just pulled up the Lions schedule. They've got 2 cakewalks the next 2 weeks. They got the Colts and the Bears.
So then, let's play it out then. So that puts them at what? 9-2?
9 what are they at right now?
7-3.
7-3. 7-2.
Packers?
No,
Lions. 7-2. Yes.
So they'd be 9-2, and then if the Packers lose to the 49ers, because that's my case, if the Packers lose, then they have 4 losses. Mm-hmm. So, okay, so 2, and how many games are left?
So that's Packers, Lions.
Okay.
So let's give it to the Packers for benefit of the doubt.
Sure, why not?
I'm just saying, like that, because that's your only way to beat them.
Right.
So
but
you
let's
have
just give
to
it to
win
them.
that game.
Yeah, okay.
I'm
We're
not
talking
saying,
about likelihood, not pie in the sky. I want this to happen thing. We're talking about likelihood.
Well, I'm just saying games.
This
that
is
they
Jim's
can
way
drop.
of giving you a nice little pet.
I'm just saying
back.
games they could drop. So
Sure.
that one the Packers need. So let's say they
So give
come
it to
out
them.
there with
Yeah.
that fire. They got the Bills the next week.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
close. That's a close game.
Okay.
Then they got the Bears again.
Okay.
So they should get the W there.
Yep.
But then the last 2 weeks, you got the Niners, who knows? They're
Okay.
good enough. They've got a good enough coach. They can
Yeah.
manage it. And then the Vikings, if they don't implode, still could be in the mix. But you're totally right about the Packers. Like, they could lose the same, streak it out. You're right. The Packers,
way these teams
they
are playing-
can only afford to lose, one more to have a shot at catching the Lions. That's basically
I
what
will
I'm getting
say-
at. And they have to win the head-to-head.
I was wrong with my numbers. The Lions, not 7-2. 9-1, actually. And by the
You
way,
want to revisit that?
It's a little tougher now.
Thank you. So back to my
Single-digit percent
point.
chance confidence.
So
Bob.
here's-
Wait, we
ESPN,
didn't even have the right number of games there, people. What are we doing?
So to the other point here, 844-770-3776. Daniel Landscaper does chime in. He wanted to know where we're heading with the photo, blurred out photo. It'll be a subscription service to be announced. To be announced.
How about you just tell us right now if you would subscribe so we can budget and see how much money we would make, and then we'll go from there.
There you go. But I'm not asking that question, though. But Molly can ask a question if she wants to. Brandon in Tulsa wants to know, why are we talking about the Packers winning the division? They're not good enough to win the division this year. Jordan has regressed. The defense hasn't improved enough to make up for it. 844-770-3776. So this is what I want to ask. Who has more on the line in Sunday's game? The Packers or the 49ers? Both these teams have expectations that they're projecting not to hit based off how they played so far this year. My whole point is the Packers, in my opinion, have one path to the playoffs, and that is the wild card, which does take a hit if they lose to the 49ers. The 49ers have one path to victory, the division, which does not take that much of a hit if they lose to the Packers, because they're only competing against teams within their division to do that. We've seen the Packers, we've seen other teams in the North not be the best team but still win the division and get into the playoffs. That's kind of the MO for that division when Aaron Rodgers owned it. Tell us about Metcalf's Market.
So right now, Metcalf's Market has a Thanksgiving special going. It's coming up. So be sure to get your Metcalf's Rewards program, because in a couple weeks before Thanksgiving, November 14th, the Jenny O Grade A frozen turkeys will be available for 38 cents per pound to those Metcalf's members. It's one of the hottest deals in the area. But maybe turkey ain't your thing. I am going with a Piedmontese chuck roast right now. It's in the crock pot. I'm cooking it. I found out. So Piedmontese, Jim, you're giving me a little bit of grief about the name. You couldn't Pete Monty or
Pete Monty.
So Piedmontese is a breed of Italian cow. So this is like a certified.
Does it moo with an accent?
It does. It does moo with an accent, and that's why it's special. It's a special breed of cow that provides just an awesome quality beef. It's certified Piedmontese, and you can only get this Piedmontese beef at Metcalf's Market, whether that's at Hilldale, the Westtown Mall location, or in Wauwatosa. You can find that delicious Piedmontese beef in the meat section there, and I will check in next week with you guys, and I'll let you know how this chuck roast turns out, because I pulled it out and started just searing it off. It smelled incredible. It looked incredible. I cannot wait for dinner tonight, and I'm excited because I brought local home with Metcalf's Market, and you should too.
Can you do me a favor?
Yeah.
Can you moo in Italian for me?
What?
Le moo.
There you go. Wait, not French.
Northern Italian's pretty close to France.
Moo la la. This is Jim Matt Molly presented by Coors Light.
Hey, what's up, everyone? It's Kevin Bozeman, and when I'm in town, I'm making sure I'm always listening to Jim, Matt, and Molly on 100.5 ESPN. Even when I'm on air, I still listen to myself, because that's how great that show is.
Step into nostalgia with the Miller High Life Dive Bar of the Week. Listen to Jim, Matt, and Molly every Thursday to find out where you can enjoy $2 Miller High Lifes and High Life Lights. To celebrate our love for dive bars, we are going to tell you about some of our favorites, including one featured dive bar that will offer $2 High Lifes and High Life Lights for the week. Taste the champagne of beer in its natural environment. A delightfully different dive bar in Wisconsin like the Wisco, the Bristled Boar, Remington's Tavern, and Vin's Missouri Tavern.
Hey, it's Riley Yauk. Stay in the know on area high school sports and follow ESPN Madison on Twitter for Prep Mania on Deck, each week's preview for the top games and events. Prep Mania on Deck is brought to you by Zimbrick Honda, a proud supporter of high school sports and local communities.
Join the Madison Money Guy, Christian Finfrock, for Retirement Income Strategies, Saturday and Sunday mornings at 7. Get the information you need as you plan for retirement. That's Retirement Income Strategies, Saturday and Sunday mornings at 7. Investment advisory services offer the Retirement Income Strategies, an SEC-registered investment advisor.
Welcome to Taberna, Madison's newest neighborhood place for tacos, tequila, and margaritas. Located conveniently on Monroe Street, Taberna is your spot to stop before or after the game. Freshly made margaritas, made-to-order tacos, and happy hour every Monday through Friday, 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. Plus, enjoy daily specials like $4 off margaritas on Monday and 3 tacos for $12 every Tuesday. Taberna truly is a spot for everyone. Head to Taberna Tacos and Tequila today, located at 1925 Monroe Street.
Nothing makes being outdoors better than having the right gear and the right crew. So here's an idea. Let Mountain Dew supply the gear and you bring the friends. Because when you buy specially marked multi-packs of Mountain Dew, you can collect points and earn epic limited edition outdoor gear. We're talking everything from custom Mountain Dew camp chairs and backpack coolers to exclusive Mountain Dew tents, fishing boats, and more. So buy Dew, collect points, get gear, and get outside with Mountain Dew outdoor gear.
Open to legal U.S. residents 18+. Subject to program terms at dewoutdoors.com and 12/31/24. Void or prohibited.
Madison's financial challenges need a Dane County-based bank. Starion Bank is a full-service community bank that delivers quality big bank services with a local approach. We are proud to be there for any budding entrepreneur or small businesses, helping them exceed their financial goals from banking to lending to cash management. Visit a banker at one of our convenient branches in Middleton, Monona, or Sun Prairie. Starion Bank, taking you farther.
Looking to kickstart a healthier lifestyle? Prairie Athletic Club has everything you need, and now's the perfect time to join the pack. Sarah Tauscher here, and for a limited time, you can save $30 per month for your first 6 months and enjoy 3 months of hot yoga for free. Don't wait. Your healthiest lifestyle starts now. Join today and discover why the pack is consistently voted the best place to work out. Visit prairieathletic.com today. Prairie Athletic Club, family fun community.
There's a good chance if you watch sports, you're getting served information about hormone optimization. What does that even mean? Dr. Nessa Rodriguez at Carbon World Health can tell you exactly what hormone optimization means. He will take your blood work and let you know if it's right for you. If you're feeling sluggish, not losing weight like you used to, you're not gaining muscle like you used to, or you just don't feel like yourself in most aspects of your life, go see Dr. Nessa Rodriguez at Carbon World Health. In fact, sign up for the 6-week experience so you can see everything that Carbon World Health has to offer, including hormone optimization. Learn more at carbonworldhealth.com.
Phish Friday on Jim, Matt, and Molly is brought to you by Off-Broadway Draft House. Enjoy a traditional Friday fish fry at Madison's favorite neighborhood gathering spot, Off-Broadway Draft House.
Phish Friday on a Wednesday. We're off the next 2 days.
What?
Yeah, high school football thing. I don't know how I feel about it.
What? It works out really nice because I'm in a curling tournament here in town, so this is actually super convenient for me.
It is, yeah. You know.
I think it's fun. I think it's a fun time of year. No?
No, I don't hate listening to it when I get in the car. Obviously, I didn't have my curling tournament this time last year, so it's a nice little change of pace, but
I want to talk sports.
Have we talked
talk
about
high school
yet?
football? They probably let you on.
You can be a color commentator.
I did. I've shared the story before that the first year, maybe the first 2 years, Gabe Knights and I called all 7 games.
Oh, wow.
That's insane to me.
Yeah, so.
Whose idea was that? You don't have to out anybody, but that sounds like a terrible idea.
There was nobody here. We wanted to call the games.
7 games. How do you even have a voice after that? That's crazy.
Did not.
Exactly.
But
utterly.
I'm sure a lot of listeners are like, why don't you call 7 games more often?
But I'm sure they'll be good games. 844-770-3776. How you get into the show? Maybe I'll go to Ruth's Chris Steakhouse tomorrow.
Ooh.
Got
Okay.
a little free time there. Get a cocktail.
Some
calamari, steak sandwich, hang out with Lee at the Horseshoe Bar. That's one option you can do. With the holidays in town, maybe you just need to get away from the family. And either you could take them with you to Ruth's Chris, or you could just go on your own to a happy hour over at Ruth's Chris Steakhouse in Middleton. Do have a little bit of breaking Badger news, a little flippy flop in the Badgers' favor. Wisconsin Badger football has flipped 4-star defensive end Jalen Williams, who's from the state of Illinois, away from Michigan. So that's a big one for the Badgers. A 4-star defensive end has flipped from Michigan to join the Badgers. That was about half an hour ago.
That's exciting and all, but like,
did he commit to
why?
Harbaugh and then decide after? Because Michigan's having a rough season this year too.
Yeah, I don't think so. Kids today they commit later. I don't know for sure on that one. Okay. I'm guessing he committed to. I'm gonna be honest. I forgot. I don't know what Michigan's coach is. Names totally spaced me, but. Michigan. I think you're right. I think Michigan's tough season / we have to remember maybe someone ponied up some cash, or maybe Michigan's getting a little tight on cash.
Fair. I mean,
because name and likeness is for a player like that. I know it's more the 5-star kids, but a 4-star kid who went to Michigan, I'm sure there was a payday involved for him as well. 844-770-3776 is how you get into the show. We asked the question, and I don't know if we posted it yet on ESPN Madison on Twitter. You can watch us on YouTube. Also, you can follow us at Jim, Matt, and Molly. We did ask at Jim, Matt, and Molly, or we will at some point, that the question, do you want to see a blurred photo of Molly's feet?
Now, I know we want to use Twitter to try and, gain more fans and everything. Do we think we're going to gain the right kind of fans if we ask that question?
Hey, a fan is a fan.
It seems like the perfect question for Twitter right now, to be honest.
Our only fans, one might say.
Don't put that on Blue Sky. It's beneath Blue Sky.
Oh, okay.
It's beneath Blue Sky. But Twitter, I don't know if it's risque enough. But we did also ask the question, who has more on the line for this Sunday? The Packers or the 49ers? 844-770-3776. Daniel Landscaper chimes in. The Lions could easily win out. There's a better chance the Lions win over the Packers making the playoffs. Molly, you have not hopped in a ton on this. 844-770-3776. What is your pick on this? Who has more on the line, the Packers or the 49ers this weekend?
I mean, to me, Matt, what do you think my answer is going to be? I think that the Packers have more on the line for sure. I mean, but it's just tough for me because I just feel like the Packers really only have like 1 or 2 more losses this season that they can actually have without their season going fully down the drain. Like, am I wrong in thinking that? Is that too pessimistic of me to think that they only have that many more losses that they can sustain? Because I'm just looking at all the other teams that they're going to be battling in the wild card. Like we talked about them yesterday. I mean, they're going to be fighting for a spot with the Commanders. They're going to be fighting for a spot with potentially the Vikings. Like, I don't like those chances of fighting with all these other teams to get into the playoffs. And that's just how I feel. Like, do I think that they're going to win out the rest of their season? No. But do I think that this is honestly a must win? Yeah, I do. And I don't love that it's against the 49ers.
That's interesting. Like, I honestly, I could be sold on either side. I'm pretty in the middle. The only reason that I kind of lean more on the line for the Niners is because the Cardinals have a little bit, I don't want to say a cakewalk, but their schedule doesn't look insanely hard.
What's their schedule?
So they got the Seahawks next. So a team right in the mix there who's hoping to get a win, but the Cardinals seem like they're better.
And it's a divisional opponent.
The Vikings, which could be tough for them, but who knows? They got the Seahawks again, the Patriots, the Panthers. They'll duke it out with the Rams, and then they got the Niners again, maybe for that division title. But the Niners have, if they lose this game to the Packers, have less margin for error because they're already a game back on the Cardinals.
But they can match that. They can play them again.
Well, so what I'm saying is
everything you said about the Packers being able to do it against the Lions.
What I'm saying is this week, if the Packers get the dub, because that's what this is premised off of, the Niners losing, I think the Cardinals are going to beat the Seahawks. So now the Niners are 2 games back.
The Seahawks are 5-5. They're 1 game difference.
They just look awful this year.
They did. They started well, then they stumbled, and now they've looked good again. So, I would say that...
You don't think the Niners shot themselves in the foot that last week? And the Cardinals got away with it?
Were in the game, though, to allow themselves to take advantage of it.
So I don't think you can call the Cardinals' schedule a cakewalk by any means. I think there's 2 games out of all of those that are cakewalks, and that's the Panthers and
Patriots.
What did you say? The Panthers and Patriots. Those are like the only 2 that I would actually say are like gimmies right there.
I wouldn't call Seattle a gimme at all. Like that's definitely not a gimme. A 5-5 team when you're a 6-4 team.
Especially because it's a divisional opponent. Like if you said that same thing about playing the Minnesota Vikings if they were 5-5, you don't know because it's a toss-up because it's a divisional opponent. Like, there's always that key aspect to it.
And also worth noting, right now the Packers would be I don't know the exact seeding, but right now they would be the top wild card team, the second wild card team, because you'd put in the NFC it'd be the Eagles today, the Cardinals, and the Lions as the division winners. Then you'd put in Minnesota, and then
what about the NFC South?
I'm sorry, Falcons too. You're right. I forgot about the Falcons. Okay. Then you'd put in Minnesota. And then you'd put in Green Bay, and then you'd put in Washington. If the Packers lose, and if Washington wins, like just those 2 things, Packers are they're the last team in the playoffs.
Right.
With 1 loss, last team in the playoffs. So that would put there, and I would say it's realistically, and this is my whole point, it's equal. I think Tauscher is being a bit of a homer. Both these teams are putting their playoff lives in jeopardy. Not done, because we've seen it.
Yeah,
they're in jeopardy.
Right.
In jeopardy is whoever loses.
This is why I was like, I could be sold either way. Again, I come back to the Niners schedule coming up. Molly, by your standard, divisional opponents are not cakewalks, so I'm not going to give any of their divisional games cakewalks. The Niners still have the Bears as their one easy game, and I don't know if you could say that the Dolphins are particularly easy right now. But they only have 1 cakewalk game, and that's the Bears, because the other ones are the Dolphins, the Lions, the Bills. Like,
yeah,
the schedule looks easier for the Cardinals, and they have a game on the Niners as of now. And if the Packers do win that game, that seems like it is a tougher road to the playoffs than what the Packers would have to do if they did lose. That's all I'm saying. I think I'm leaning slightly towards this is a bigger game for the Niners.
I mean, I think looking at that schedule, yeah.
Just because of the schedule coming up. They've got 1 game that they should win, and the rest of them are close.
I'm not playing the schedule game. I'm saying, again, divisionally, the Packers, this is my point. If the Packers lose, they have just the amount of same opportunity to make the playoffs as a wild card team, because the division's gone, as the 49ers do, as to win the division.
Right.
Because the 49ers are still only 2 games out? And they can, in this theory, control their own destiny, and they get healthier, and then they can maybe be better. And let's not forget everyone's worst person alive, Nick Bosa, is not playing in this game. So, there's all those, so that's going to work in the Packers' favor, but he will, unfortunately, return, and then he will play for the 49ers, and they will make some more plays. So, all these things could work in their favor going on. If you're a 49ers fan, if the Packers are in the reverse scenario, you're spinning this the other way. That's my point, is that, to me...
Well, duh, because I'm a homer.
So, that to me, I just wanted to have the exercise that we need to acknowledge that the Packers beat Jacksonville by 3, beat the Bears by a finger. They have not been a dominant team, and if they lose this game with 4 losses all in conference and the division gone, it does put their playoff... it's not on life support, but here's the thing. They're not hooked up to the machine. They're hooked up to the beep, beep. It's beeping. It's not life support. Right now, they're guaranteed in. If they lose, they could very likely go from the second wildcard team to the last wildcard team with 1 loss.
Yeah.
And then their schedule, now you got that weird Thursday game. As much as you want to spin the weird Thursday game, maybe they beat Detroit. Maybe Miami comes here, who's on a hot streak. Hot teams only matter when it's your team, right?
No.
Okay, so I make sure.
No,
Dad.
I said it a second ago that Miami's looking better right now because they had to play the Niners.
Well, because they're healthy.
Yeah,
they
exactly.
didn't have their quarterback. The only reason the Dolphins, we could talk about them another time, the only reason the Dolphins have the record they have is because they missed their quarterback for a couple weeks. They're gonna be 500 coming to Green Bay. That much
Probably
I feel
right.
good about. We're gonna play Don't Quote Me next.
You're listening to Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN, ESPN Madison on YouTube, and Wisconsin On Demand.
Step into nostalgia with the Miller High Life Dive Bar of the Week. Listen to Jim, Matt, and Molly every Thursday to find out where you can enjoy $2 Miller High Lifes and High Life Lights. To celebrate our love for dive bars, we are going to tell you about some of our favorites, including one featured dive bar that will offer $2 High Lifes and High Life Lights for the week. Taste the champagne of beer in its natural environment. A delightfully different dive bar in Wisconsin like the Wisco, the Bristled Boar, Remington's Tavern, and Vin's Missouri Tavern.
Since J&K Security Solutions opened in 1987, our attention to detail and customer service have been our strongest assets. I'm President Jeffrey Beckman. We'll always do our best to find the most efficient and cost-effective solution to every job we tackle. Whether it's security for your home or business, installing video surveillance, or being able to control your garage doors from your phone, we can help you feel empowered with simple and user-friendly technology. Let's work together to secure your home or business. jksecurity.com.
This is a test. This station is conducting a test of the emergency alert system. This station has conducted a test of the emergency alert system.
Hi, Dave from Canopy Wealth Management here. Our balanced approach helps guide you through a complex and ever-changing landscape. Throughout your family's financial planning journey, we will serve as a partner, advocate, and steward in all aspects to help you achieve your goals with confidence. At Canopy, care, competence, and clarity, it's not just a tagline, it's a promise. Go to canopy-wealth.com to get started today. That's canopy-wealth.com.
When you're hiring for your business, ZipRecruiter's powerful matching technology makes finding qualified candidates for your job easy. This made us wonder, what if the rest of the world was as easy as ZipRecruiter? Math problems wouldn't be so problematic.
K equals 42.
Escape rooms? Elementary. And summiting Everest would be a walk in the park. In the meantime, if you want to make your hiring easier, use ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Simple. So, see what the world is like when ZipRecruiter does the hard work of hiring for you. Just go to ZipRecruiter.com/free to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Ben Brust here to tell you about why your next work van should be from Mercedes-Benz Sprinter at Zimbrick European. First off, we have versatility. The Sprinter vans offer 16 body types and thousands of ways to customize that space. Number 2, we have reliability. Sprinter's most powerful diesel engines last longer and require less maintenance, spend more time on the road and less time in those bays. Number 3, we have safety. Sprinter's safety technologies include curtain airbags all around, load adaptive electronic stability program, and crosswind and attention assist. Number 4, Van Care Mobile. Our maintenance team can come to you with routine service. Who wants to go in? Let them come to you. They work with multiple trucks on one visit. Use the Mercedes Me Connect. And last but not least, get your Zimbrick Sprinter at Zimbrick European at Rimrock Road and the Beltline, or go online at ZimbrickEuropean.com because they never charge over the MSRP.
Tune into Jim, Matt, and Molly every Friday for Phish Friday. Brought to you by Off-Broadway Draft House, Madison's favorite spot for a Friday fish fry.
Unfortunately, snow is starting to fall on the ground. That's why you need a new or new-to-you truck from Simden Chevy in Mount Horeb. You're only minutes away from a better buying experience at Simden Chevy in Mount Horeb. Go have that better buying experience at Simden Chevy in Mount Horeb. We're going to play Don't Quote Me in a minute. This is Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light. Matt and I are live from the Everlight Solar Studio. You can watch the show, stream it at ESPN Madison's YouTube, Wisconsin On Demand, Apple, Spotify, any of those great places where you can listen back and follow the show at Jim, Matt, Molly. All right, let's play Don't Quote Me.
We're not saying it's gonna happen.
Let it ride!
But if it does, then we want credit.
Say that again, because that is an amazing take.
I told you all.
If not, well...
Don't quote me, boy, because I ain't said...
Yeah, guys, we're going to play Don't Quote Me on a Wednesday because we're not on Thursday, Friday. High school football predictions only here, guys. I don't want to hear anything about the NFL, anything about the Badgers. This is all we're focused on this week.
Can you tell us what teams are playing in the playoffs?
Slinger is one of them. That's all I know.
Okay. Aren't you producing some of the games, Ryan?
I'll be producing 2 of them.
Okay.
I don't need to know who's playing. I just need to know how to touch the buttons on the board. Anyways. So instead of making predictions exclusively for this Sunday's Packers game, we're going to make these predictions related to Molly's upcoming maternity leave. Because this very well could be the last time we play Don't Quote Me with Molly Brown, guys.
Alrighty.
So Molly, you're expected, what did you say? Your final possible due date is December 14th, right?
December 12th is the last day that I can have these suckers out of me.
You sound so excited.
But they could come anytime really right now.
All right. Well, we're gonna make some Don't Quote Me predictions for Molly's pregnancy that will be related to either the Packers or the Badgers or the NFL this season. Jim Rutledge, why don't you kick us off?
How does that work? I'm curious. What?
Yeah. I literally started Googling the state championship games because I thought you were serious.
Yeah, dead serious.
No, that's actually what Minute to Win is going to be about. Is name the 14 teams that are in the playoffs.
Well, I got it pulled up, so I might be able to help.
Yeah, would have been a big hint. All right, Jim Rutledge, do you want to start us off?
No, but
Okay.
all right. So don't quote me. It needs to be Molly's due date, or it needs to be tied to that. All right, so let's see here. I think the babies are going to be born December 2nd, which means the Packers will have 2 games. Whatever, I'll go bold. The Packers are going to lose 2 games before Molly's twin babies are born.
Boo! Somebody call in and boo this man.
They are on the talking text line. James and Madison, you're out there.
I'm not setting the date at the second. I'm just saying they're going to lose 2 games before the babies are born.
So they'll have twin losses by the time Molly's twins are born.
Yep. There you go.
Good one.
What if
go ahead.
What if they have 3 losses by then?
Then I lose.
Ooh.
Then he's wrong.
Honestly, I probably should go
Triplets.
1-1 because she's gonna have 1 boy and 1 girl. But I'll go with 0-2.
Gosh, you're such a hater.
Just for the symmetry of it.
That is good. I like the symmetry, honestly. All right.
Hater saying 1-1.
What? No.
Oh.
0-2.
It's the 2. I'm
Yeah,
just trying to get
okay.
the 2. I actually don't. But it's gotta go bold.
Yeah, you gotta go bold.
Gotta go bold. Matt Hamilton.
Don't quote me on it because I'm not gonna pick it that way.
My bold prediction for our Don't Quote Me is Badger-based. I'm going to say the Badgers are going to push out 2 wins in their next 2 games against Minnesota and Nebraska, the same way Molly's pushing out 2 kids at some point early December.
Ew. That grosses me out.
Is that not what you do?
I mean, depends what happens.
Yeah, good point.
The Badgers could cut out 2 wins.
Yeah.
Who knows? I don't know.
The Badgers cesarean out 2 wins.
You might go out the golf course and slice out.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, gross. Oh, I'm in pain thinking about it. All right, I got mine.
All right.
Okay, go.
All right. My twins will each weigh more in pounds than the number of wins that the Badgers will end up with this season.
Okay. So,
Like individual?
Yes.
Okay, I was going to say, if you have 2 6-pound babies, that's 12 wins. The Badgers already kissed that goodbye.
Yeah.
That's a college football playoff berth for
so
those
if they-
babies.
that's where
Yeah.
we'll add the Packers and the Badgers together and see what happens. No.
Basically, yes. So if they weigh 7 pounds and the Badgers only get 6 wins this season, not including bowl games, then I win.
So wait, are we averaging out the weights of your kids, or are we doing like the heaviest one?
No, we got to do average.
Yeah, let's do average. Let's do average. But they're
What
right
happens
around
if
the
you
same.
push?
Sorry, this whole segment's a Kawhi. What are we talking about right now?
That's
This
pretty,
was your idea, Ryan.
pretty good.
I
Molly,
know, but
see, it's not, like if the rest of our listeners could have seen what you looked like before you left the office, you're gonna have like 2 9-pound children.
yeah.
Legit.
Or the Zoom show she gave us beforehand. She gave us the fit check.
Oh yeah, I'm like, if they are anything under 8, I'm gonna be shocked.
Yeah. No, it's wild. It's
What
wild.
a weird
And
way to say Molly looks huge.
Enormous. But she's glowing, which is the best part.
She's
I don't know
big
if I
in the
am.
house and lit up like a Christmas tree with glow.
Yeah, you're radiant, Molly. Just radiant.
I'll take all the compliments I can get.
Molly's got 2 SEC babies. Talk about the Big 12.
Yeah,
All
exactly. They're both going to be linemen for the Badgers.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Next year.
Nick Saban's already recruiting them. All right, guys. My prediction for related to Molly's pregnancy is going to be on the less rosy side. I'm predicting that the Badgers will not have played in a bowl game by the time Molly's twins turn 1 year old.
Whoa.
Wait, what?
That means the Badgers don't make a bowl game this year.
Yes.
Is what he's saying. Yeah.
I got a bad feeling.
You're a jerk.
I'm not trying to be a jerk. It's just, honestly, I don't feel great about
You
the
are
team
wearing
right now.
a Wisconsin sweatshirt right now. That shows me that you're a fan of Little
Fake
Faith.
fan.
2 days ago, we had a whole show based on whether Molly's a pessimist or a realist as a Packers fan. I consider myself a realist Badgers fan, and they
There you
could
go.
very well lose both games.
Here's the thing. Molly got voted as the pessimist.
All right,
And
well,
you're being a pessimist too, but it is a good bold prediction.
I'll be honest.
It's a bold prediction.
I'm fine with it, because if I'm hedging, because if I'm wrong, then the Badgers go bowling, and
There
I'm
you
happy.
go. Okay.
So,
You're just guarding your feels.
yes.
How many years are the Badgers up to now that they've had consecutive bowl games? 20 what?
If they get it this year, it'll be 23 years in a row.
And how old are you, Ryan?
I'm 24.
What are the
That's
chances
literally
the
your
Badgers,
entire life.
Pretty much.
What are the chances the Badgers get into that Boca Bowl?
It won't work like that. They can't. It would be awesome, but
it's not possible.
They line them up to conferences. And the Big Ten's
okay.
not lined up to it.
I wasn't sure if because it seemed like an obscure enough one that the Badgers would be eligible for.
Man,
you know?
that would be awesome.
That would be cool.
actually be really cool.
But no.
I mean, they probably about are like MAC good right now, right? The Badgers beat a MAC team.
They could probably beat a MAC team.
They could beat it. Well, they barely beat one earlier this year, actually. Western Michigan's in the MAC.
But they got it.
They
did
did
win.
If they get a bowl, I want them to beat Nebraska so that I just don't have to sweat out the Minnesota game.
All right, I'm
They're
gonna
not
leave the
beating
studio
Nebraska.
now.
Oh, I forgot about that. Yay. Me too, right?
Yes, you both got to leave. We got to
Okay,
play
bye.
minute to win it now.
All right, give me a number.
Well, we got to give you the category first, Jim.
Okay.
So, because we had an all-time Badgers legend on the jump around yesterday, we wanted to initially do the 10 quarterbacks with the most wins
We had
in
Joel
Badgers
Stave
history.
on the
Joel
jump round.
Stave on the
Yep.
jump around yesterday. He is the Badgers leader in all-time wins, 31-10. But for some reason, that list is not easily available online. So instead, we're going to go with the top 10 passing leaders in Badgers football history. What do we want to set the over-under at?
So Matt's making a plea, but he acts like it's for the
Making
fans.
a plea.
He wanted me to go low. So
All right, let me look at this list quick.
yeah, because he said for the fans. I was like, it doesn't matter. Like they still can pick what they want. Nobody's really upset if you go below or high. But
So Molly's relatively young, and there are some names on here that she would not have been watching the Badgers when they were playing. Matt
is 4.5 okay?
4.5 is.
We need them to get less than 50%.
If we're talking low, yes.
Less than 50%, 4.5. All righty. We
4.5.
will do them a favor and go with 4.5.
Yeah.
And then what numbers should I do for the call-in?
Let's go caller number 2, caller number 4. Or should we just guess the way to Molly's kids? 6 and 7?
Sure. It's caller number 6 and caller number 7. You're going to be entered to play Minute to Win It, and you're going to at least get a $25 gift card, North South Seafood and Smokehouse. I can't emphasize how fantastic those places are, whether it's Verona, whether it's the Forest, or whether it is their location in Madison. All three locations will give you a great family-friendly experience. You want to go there for lunch, great. We were at the one in Verona. Man, that place is so great. I had to wait on a Tuesday. And lunch was full at North and South Seafood and Smokehouse in DeForest. So caller number 6, caller number 7, you at least get a $25 gift card to North and South Seafood and Smokehouse. If you pick the right over-under, you get a $50 gift card to North and South Seafood and Smokehouse. 844-770-3776. This is Jim, Matt, and Molly.
When I'm in town, I'm making sure I'm always listening to Jim, Matt, and Molly on 100.5 ESPN. Even when I'm on air, I still listen to myself because that's how great that show is.
Rah. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin present your Badger Minute. Here's Pablo Iglesias.
This Badger Minute brought to you by Starion Bank, with 3 Madison area locations in Middleton, Sun Prairie, and Monona. Starion Bank is here investing in your community. Start your experience at starionbank.com. Member FDIC. Luke Fickell fielding questions Monday, many surrounding what's next for the offense, including play caller duties after Phil Longo's firing. Fickell looking to his entire staff rather than one member. His reasoning for the move.
Those guys will do a lot of things collaboratively together, and I don't think it really is important as to who is calling it. I guess it gives you the ability to point a finger at somebody if that's the case, but it's not one of those things I think is that important. Sometimes I think it's overrated in some ways, but it'll be a collaborative group, and those guys will have to work a lot together.
Wisconsin travels to Nebraska this weekend.
Pallet can customize windows and doors to look like they've always been a part of your unique home. Get 0% interest for 12 months at palletwi.com.
Step into nostalgia with the Miller High Life Dive Bar of the Week. Listen to Jim, Matt, and Molly every Thursday to find out where you can enjoy $2 Miller High Lifes and High Life Lights. To celebrate our love for dive bars, we are going to tell you about some of our favorites, including one featured dive bar that will offer $2 High Lifes and High Life Lights for the week. Taste the champagne of beer in its natural environment. A delightfully different dive bar in Wisconsin like the Wisco, the Bristled Boar, Remington's Tavern, and Vin's Missouri Tavern.
The number 7 just got a whole lot luckier because of Pizza Hut's $7 Deal Lovers menu. Enjoy all your Pizza Hut favorites from pizza, pasta, boneless wings, melts, cheese sticks, desserts, and so much more. All for $7 each when you buy 2 or more. With this lucky deal, you don't have to choose between great taste and great value. You can have both at Pizza Hut. Order on the app or online at pizzahut.com today. Pizza Hut. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
Have you been wanting to find the secret to losing weight and getting healthy the natural way without drugs or injections? At MadisonWeightLoss.com, we know the secret to losing a half a pound to a pound of fat every day naturally, safely, and effectively without counting points or calories. No exercising, no prepackaged meals, no hormones, no injections, no drugs or surgery. Go to MadisonWeightLoss.com now.
Hi, it's Jesse Nelson. As we approach Thanksgiving, I'm thankful that I experienced the 60-day program with Madison Weight Loss. Thanks to their expert coaching and guidance, I was able to drop 40 pounds, and all I had to do was change and be more mindful of what I eat. Thank you, Madison Weight Loss, for helping me become a better, healthier version of myself.
Many clients lose 20 to 30 pounds in about a month or two. That's up to a pound per day. For your free private phone consultation, call 608-774-7241 or go to MadisonWeightLoss.com. Our staff will walk you through our entire program, talk about your health goals, and see if it's a good fit for you. Go to MadisonWeightLoss.com now. Results may vary.
Let's get the latest from Lambeau.
There's always pressure. You got to find ways to deal with that pressure and handle as best you can to be the best.
This is your green and gold fix on 100.5 ESPN.
Obviously, there's going to be things that turn up along the way. You got to be able to adjust.
This green and gold fix is driven by Metro Ford.
It was a slow start to the 2024 season for Packers wide receiver Christian Watson, but Sunday against the Bears was the breakout everybody had been waiting for. 4 catches, 150 yards. Including a crucial 60-yard catch in the fourth quarter. Head coach Matt LaFleur Monday talks about how big of a part Christian Watson plays in the Packers offense.
He's a big part of this, and he's a guy that, he's got every measurable known to man in terms of the size, the speed. It's not like those were easy plays that he was making. He was making tough, contested catches.
Packers return to Lambeau Sunday to play host to the San Francisco 49ers. I'm Alex Strofe.
Purchase, finance, or service a new or pre-owned Ford at Metro Ford of Madison on the east side today. Welcome back to Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealership.
When I jumped off, I had a bucket full.
I ate it north and south Seafood Smokehouse twice in the last 3 meals, and I have no regrets. It's been fantastic. I had the meat candy yesterday. I had a barbecue belly sandwich or something like that today. So it was like a pork belly sandwich. Delicious.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's tough to beat. Pork belly is maybe one of my favorite meats of all time.
And I think there was bacon involved too. So like it was just like
Pork belly and bacon?
I think so.
Man.
Yeah. And then there was an onion ring on it, and then the French fries. Like
that's like pork twins.
Right.
On a bun.
And then the thing is, it's a small thing, but I do think you can get a precursor to what you think this restaurant's going to be. Like, let's say you get like a burger with fries.
Mm-hmm.
How do the fries look? Do they look like fresh? Like they have a little bit of glisten from coming, they're fresh out of the fry maker there? Or are they look kind of, are they crisp? Or are they soggy? Or are they kind of meh?
Right.
These were crisp. They were a little bit, they had a little bit of that glisten on them.
Problem is, using fries is like your litmus test. Like you get them with your meal, so like you already got your meal.
I'm just saying, like when it got there, though, you just know that.
But if you could take a peek, like your eyes eat first, and you were like your eyes were watering.
Well, I saw people bring out the plate. You see fries, you see fries a lot, and you see the crispiness, and you're like,
no, that's true.
These are gonna be good. It's gonna be good.
Side note: have you guys had the sweet potato fries from North and South?
I have. Yes. My wife is a huge fan of. She loves sweet potato fries.
So good.
They're hard to get crispy. Like when you make them yourself,
Oh.
they do a great job at North and South.
And that's
so good.
One of the great reasons to go out for it because it is really hard.
Like making them. Yeah, even at home, I'm pretty good at cooking, and I don't do very well when I try and make them
gives me
crispy.
crap. I'm like, I don't know. Like
if they are crispy, they're overcooked.
Right, exactly. Yeah, it's like these are overcooked. You wanted them crispy. Let's just go to North and South Seafood and Smokehouse instead. There you go. New thing. Avoid the arguments. Just go to North and South Seafood and Smokehouse in Verona, Madison, or in DeForest. What are you dinging that for? Who are you arguing with there, Ryan?
Arguing?
Himself.
He was just saying that was the right idea.
His personalities.
His victims.
His personalities.
I was co-signing. All three of me.
Will they beat the odds
I say everything with pure confidence, whether I think I'm totally right or not.
or crumble under pressure?
I legitimately know one of these. I legitimately have one.
This is the Minute to Win It, presented by North and South Seafood and Smokehouse, with 3 locations in Madison, DeForest, and Verona.
Yeah, guys, and speaking of my personalities, the pessimistic Badgers fan is coming out again today. Because I'm pessimistic that Matt or Molly will be able to get the over in today's category.
Wait, can I guess it before you say it?
Go for it.
Are you going to give us the last 10 bowl games that the Badgers have gone to?
No, that is not.
That would have been pretty tough.
That would have been really tough. That wouldn't have been fun, honestly. Instead, I wanted to give you guys the 10 quarterbacks with the most wins in Badgers history to celebrate yesterday's guest on the jump around, Joel Stave, the all-time leader in Badgers wins, but I had to change that.
Oh, thank God.
Because that list was not easily available online. Instead, we're going with the 10 passing leaders in Badgers football history. Most passing yards career in Badgers football history. All right, which one of you's going first?
I'll go.
Okay.
Molly Brown, your timer starts now.
Do I dare say Stave?
No, that's a good bet. He's got the most wins. He's got to have the most yards.
You going to answer, Ryan?
He does have the most wins.
Okay.
Who else played like a ton for the Badgers?
He might play for no, I don't know.
Is Cohen on that list?
Jack Cohn, number 13 on the list.
Brooks Bollinger?
Brooks Bollinger is number 5 on the list.
See, Russell only played 1 year, so I don't think I can put him up there.
Yeah, I don't think Russell threw for
Oh,
more
go
in
for
one
it.
season.
I would say say it, Matt. Come on.
No, I feel like you're just trying to make me wrong.
Clearly.
I'm trying to think of other Badger quarterbacks, though.
I am too. Oh, God.
Can see why I'm pessimistic.
Yeah, I definitely see it. Oh, who's the? Oh, I don't think he was a Badger though. now I'm
Just say
panicking.
pass.
Tolzien?
Oh, there you go.
Scott Tolzien. Yes, he is on the list. It's number
All right.
7.
Okay, Matt took up the entire time. Can I say one?
Go
Because it
for it.
rang, right? Okay. Stocko?
John Stocko, number 3 on the list.
Okay. You got 4?
You guys got 4.
That's pretty
Okay.
good.
You guys
There's
stink.
No. They probably had us at like 6.5.
Molly, why don't you see if you can keep listing them off?
I don't know if I can. I wrote down the name Mertz, but there's no way that
There's
Graham
no
Mertz
way.
is on this
Graham
list.
Mertz is number 6 on the list, guys.
Really?
He played in
Wow.
34 games.
Wow.
Okay.
I knew Mertz. I just didn't think there was a chance.
Played for 3 years. I mean,
guess,
he was
yeah.
around that long.
Who was the quarterback like when Jared Abadaris was there?
Russell
Scott
Wilson.
Tolzien,
Scott
Russell
Tolzien.
Wilson.
Okay. I don't know. I think I'm tapped out.
Yeah.
All right, well, if Molly had one more chance, she would have gotten the over because the over-under was at 4.5, guys.
Oh, man.
If not, wouldn't it taken 15 minutes with this freaking
really did.
stuttering?
Scott Tolzien, yeah,
You really
exactly.
did.
That was rough. I should have passed.
So you guys got Joel Stave. He's number 1, 7,635 yards. Then number 2.
Darryl Bevel's on this list.
Darryl Bevel's number 2.
That's your guy. I always forget.
Guy, just
You like
Won
him.
the Rose Bowl.
he coached the Packers for a little bit too.
Yeah, I honestly totally
That's
forgot he existed until you just said his name again.
Wow.
Okay, continue. Who
You
else?
got John Stocco. He was at number 3. Then Alex Hornibrook.
I was going to ask if the Hornets.
that's
Similar
what I
to
forgot.
Mertz. Similar to Mertz. He was just around.
Yeah, I could have got that one.
Forgot about
36
him.
career games, 5,438 passing yards. By the way,
Is he still in the NFL?
Alex Hornibrook? What?
Oh, wait, or was that... Oh, that was Jack Cohn. I always got him and Jack Cohn confused.
That's insulting.
I
to
think
Jack Cohn.
Stavy was in the NFL longer than one of those
Yes,
guys.
either of them, yes. Jack Cohn did play one NFL game, I think,
Okay.
for the Colts.
Yeah, he did for the Colts. I
He's
remember.
He's an XFL star. Don't forget it. Played for the Battlehawks. Anyways, then you guys got Brooks Bollinger. You also got Scott Tolzien, Graham
Sorgi?
Mertz. Jim Sorgi's number 10 on the list.
Oh,
Just made
that's
it in.
a good one.
I've never heard that name.
He's famous for being the backup for Peyton Manning for like a decade.
Oh, good for him.
Might be the most successful Badgers quarterback of all time in that case.
Not that off.
And then the other two, I'll be honest, had not heard of these two. Mike Samuel played 1995 to 98.
Here's the thing. He's like a blend of Stocco and Sorgi, and he kind of just is like forgotten.
Aren't all these guys the same?
Tyler Donovan? No, there's no way.
Tyler Donovan. I saw his name lower on the list. He was not in the top 10.
Gotcha.
The other guy was Randy Wright, 1981 to 83.
Randy Wright.
Former Packer.
Actually. Oh. Wow.
Back in the glory days for me.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I don't know him. Like I
Anthony Dilwig, Randy Wright. Those are good days.
said, Randy Wright. That just sounds like a fake 80s movie name.
So they got a guy with a mustache and a.
Where are you going? Okay.
Then just off the list, Tony Lowry, Neil Graff.
Never heard of those guys. Never heard of them.
Russell
made-up names.
Russell Wilson was at number 16, by the way.
Yeah.
Which for one season,
Yeah.
Not bad.
it's pretty good.
I love that you almost talked Matt.
I almost said it. Yeah.
Oh, he was about to jump. Yeah.
Yeah.
It would have been better if you did, because Molly would have had a chance to give an answer.
Wait, so what was the number? Like, who was number 1 on the list? Was it Stave?
It was Stave, yeah.
How many passing yards did he have?
7,000.
7,635. Then Bevel had 7,429. Stocco, 7,227. Then a big drop off to Alex Hornibrook, 5,438 yards.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Which, for playing in 2016 to 2018 compared to 2003, 06, and 1999 to 95, Hornibrook can't, come on. He should be ashamed.
I would just like to point out, I think because, and I've said this theory before, we can explore a little more on the other side. I think Jonathan Taylor covered up a lot of woes. Like, Badgers offense hasn't been good in a long time. They just had an amazing running back that kind of covered up some warts for a little bit.
Yeah, Barry Elvis' his grandson catching passes. Quintez Cephas was really good, too.
Mm-hmm. He was on the Lions for a hot minute.
Yeah, offensive lines were really good then, too.
Yeah, I just think that a little bit of glory days looking back at it.
Without him, the offense would have been pretty...
Without him, Chris is fired a lot earlier.
Yes.
Looking to get away this winter? Well, now is your chance. Our friends at Coors Light are giving away a Florida experience this December, and you could win. This trip for two includes an airfare and hotel voucher, club-level tickets to the Boca Bowl on Wednesday, December 18th, and exclusive access to events surrounding the Boca Bowl. All you have to do is order an ice-cold Coors Light and scan the QR code at any of the following locations: Pooley's, Tanner's, Draft House, Paoli Pub, or Wando's. Winners will be announced on Wisconsin College Game Day Friday, November 29th. This is Jim, Matt, and Molly. Step into nostalgia with the Miller High Life Dive Bar of the Week. Listen to Jim, Matt, and Molly every Thursday to find out where you can enjoy $2 Miller High Lifes and High Life Lights. To celebrate our love for dive bars, we are going to tell you about some of our favorites, including one featured dive bar that will offer $2 High Lifes and High Life Lights for the week. Taste the champagne of beer in its natural environment. A delightfully different dive bar in Wisconsin like the Wisco, the Bristled Boar, Remington's Tavern, and Vin's Missouri Tavern.
This is former Wisconsin linebacker Chris Orr. You're listening to 100.5 ESPN, WTLX, Monona, Madison, a good Karma Brands radio station on Wisconsin.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio, this is your Metro Kia of Madison Sports Center.
Good afternoon, Madison. I'm Ryan Wollersheim, and this is your Sports Center Update brought to you by Celebrations Entertainment. Complete event services for weddings, corporate events, nonprofit events, outdoor movies, casino nights, and much more. Go to celebrationsentertainment.com to get started today. And Badgers recruiting fans definitely celebrating today as Wisconsin has completed a flip for 4-star defensive end Jalen Williams. That's per multiple sources and per his official Twitter account announcing that today. Williams had been committed to Michigan since June 10th, and he's ranked as the number 7 player in his home state of Illinois. He's also the number 13 strong side defensive end in the country per Rivals. He commits to the Badgers as they look to secure their 23rd straight bowl berth this Saturday against Nebraska. That's a 2:30 p.m. kickoff from Memorial Stadium in Lincoln. Wisconsin College Game Day pregame begins at 12:30 right here on 100.5 ESPN. The day after that, the Badgers taking on their other bitter rival in the conference, the San Francisco 49ers. That game's at Lambeau Field, 3:25 p.m. kickoff. So Green Bay Game Day begins at 12:30 right here on 100.5 ESPN. And then tonight, catch number 6 Badgers volleyball taking on number 16 Minnesota at the UW Fieldhouse, 7:30 pregame, 8 p.m. first serve.
Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealer. Stop into Metro Kia on the east side of Madison or metrokiaofmadison.com.
Everybody's ego takes a shot on this show.
You gotta keep your chill with Jim, Matt, and Molly.
I am savage.
So you're not special.
Jim, if we want to play this game, we can play this game.
And I'm just like, oh my God, this guy's gonna swing on Jim. He's a complicated fellow. Oh.
People like me.
I don't think so. This is Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN.
We're learning a lot about each other.
It's Murr.
I'm the flower, it's
Mister. I don't want to pat you on the butt and you poop my hand, so.
What is that called? He made chicken soup out of chicken poop? No? What is it?
Chicken salad out of chicken.
Yeah. Chicken soup out of chicken poop sounds better.
Just the tip, though.
It's just not the time or place. Do that later. Like, your friends and family are here.
Your mom is here. That's
Right.
like how I feel about it. Like I said, it gives me the heebie-jeebies.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio in downtown Madison. Alongside Matt Hamilton and Molly Brown, here's Jim Rutledge.
It is Jim, Matt, and Molly. We are live from the Everlight Solar Studio. We are presented by Coors Light. The mountains are blue. You know what to do.
And that's a Coors Light.
He's Matt Hamilton. Molly Brown up at the zoo. And Primetime Wollersheim with us at the Everlight Solar Studio. At Jim, Matt, and Molly. ESPN Madison's YouTube and Wisconsin On Demand, Apple, Spotify, and those great places is how you can listen to the show. We asked 2 questions earlier in the show. One very important question.
The most important question.
Yes, which is, who would you want, or would you want to see a blurred out photo of Molly Brown's swollen pregnant feet?
I don't know how you say no.
79% of people said no.
Oh, okay. Well,
That's
79% of people are wrong.
It's because I created 8 burners account and I just said no.
Yeah, exactly. I actually have a couple more accounts now to vote on that one.
At ESPN Milwaukee asked, what are we doing?
Hey, Sadler replied and said yes, that he would like to see him.
Thank you.
So I'll take it.
Yeah,
you can work that out.
Just like Jim did.
On your side, yes. Sadler and I aligned. Who has more on the line for this Sunday's game? The Packers or the 49ers? 49ers at 54%, Packers at 46%. That's why I wanted to ask the question, because I think it's closer than Mark Tauscher, who we'll talk to later, wanted to admit. I think he got caught up in hating the 49ers. And if it's a playoff game for the 49ers, because it's not, it's pretty close to a playoff game for the Packers, because it's not. But neither one of these teams are in good positions or where they want to be if they lose this game. Are you okay with that, Matt? Neither one of these teams are where they want to be if they lose this game.
Yeah, I'll say that's correct.
All right, 844-770-3776. So how you get into the show, you can chime in on that. We do have Molly's game coming up soon. We also have Mark Tauscher and pole dancing. We got a jam-packed show today. Matt, before we get to all that, tell us about our good friends at Revive Restoration.
The best part about Revive Restoration is they were able to help me revive my gym. I had a leaky skylight. That turned into some mold. I had the mold remediation done. Now I've got a fantastic gym that I've been using almost every day now for a while, and they can do the same kind of thing for you, whether it's mold, water damage, fire damage, smoke damage, asbestos removal, and a whole lot more. Revive Restoration can get it done quickly, efficiently, and detail-oriented as they get your life back on track again. You can see the whole gambit of services they have to offer you at revivepros.com. Also, that 24-hour hotline, if you've got an emergency, they can take care of it extremely quick for you. Or you can call our friends at Revive Restoration and tell them Jim, Matt, and Molly sent you.
Adam Schefter, starting today, Saquon Barkley's backward hurdle has been added to Madden NFL 25.
I mean, that was one of the most insane plays I've ever seen.
Is Madden 25 the one that's already out, or is that the one that's coming out next year? I get confused on these.
It's the one that's already out. They have the year for the next season. So they have this when the Super Bowl is being played in 25, that's will come out in 24. So 26 is next year's, but they have updates every week.
Yeah.
So if there's injuries, they might have that player have injuries if you're playing a season or something. So that's just a new update that they put in. But man, is that cool. I wonder if you have to do any special button combo to do a backwards hurdle.
Oh my gosh.
That was such an insane play. Dude, that's going to be the play of the year at the end of the season.
Yeah, I mean, if you really think about it, it is the cojones to jump in the air backwards with NFL players all around you and helmets flying in all different directions. That's one thing.
Yeah.
And then the physicality to be able to pull it off.
Man, if you're who do you hurdle again? Who's that against?
The Cardinals.
Cardinals? Oh my gosh, I feel bad for that guy.
I don't know. It's just in front of me. They're showing the video, but it could be. That's what Schefter's showing the Madden thing.
Oh, what it looks like in Madden?
I don't know if it's actually against the Cardinals. That's just what's in front of me.
Gotcha.
But 844-770-3776, how you get into the show. We can talk about that a little bit later, but we need to get to Molly's game on the other side because we got Tauscher, we got pole dancing, so we got to get back on track. We're going to play Molly's game next.
You're listening to Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light. Also brought to you by J&K Security Solutions, securing homes and businesses in the Madison area since 1987.
Step into nostalgia with the Miller High Life Dive Bar of the Week. Listen to Jim, Matt, and Molly every Thursday to find out where you can enjoy $2 Miller High Lifes and High Life Lights. To celebrate our love for dive bars, we are going to tell you about some of our favorites, including one featured dive bar that will offer $2 High Lifes and High Life Lights for the week. Taste the champagne of beer in its natural environment. A delightfully different dive bar in Wisconsin like the Wisco, the Bristled Boar, Remington's Tavern, and Vin's Missouri Tavern.
Have you lost weight in the past but gained it all back and more? We know the secret to losing weight and keeping it off long-term without drugs or injections. At MadisonWeightLoss.com, many clients lose 20 to 30 pounds in a month or two, or keep it off without prepackaged meals, no exercising, no hormones, no injections, no drugs or surgery. Go to MadisonWeightLoss.com now.
Hi, it's Jesse Nelson. As we approach Thanksgiving, I'm thankful that I experienced the 60-day program with Madison Weight Loss. Thanks to their expert coaching and guidance, I was able to drop 40 pounds, and all I had to do was change and be more mindful of what I eat. Thank you, Madison Weight Loss, for helping me become a better, healthier version of myself.
To learn about our program, go to MadisonWeightLoss.com and schedule your free private phone consultation. Our staff will walk you through our entire program, talk about your health goals, and see if it's a good fit for you. Call 608-774-7241 or go to MadisonWeightLoss.com to schedule your free phone consultation now. That's MadisonWeightLoss.com. Results may vary.
Zimbrick Honda has been a proud part of the Madison community since 1973, and they're your one-stop shop for over 250 new Hondas to choose from. Whether it's the sedan, SUV, or truck, their selection of new vehicles is second to none and has exactly what you're looking for. Stop in today at their location on Phish Hatchery Road and lease a 2025 Honda HR-V Sport all-wheel drive for as low as $199 per month, or browse their selection online at ZimbrickHonda.com. That's ZimbrickHonda.com. Shop local. Shop Zimbrick Honda.
If you're looking for a special piece of jewelry for any occasion, Condon Jewelers is always there for you. Condon Jewelers has the best selection of jewelry you'll ever find and guaranteed to have the lowest prices in the Madison area. Free shipping is always available. Visit CondonJeweler.com or call 241-3406 and ask for Jim, the owner, who's at the store every day. Shop locally. Condon Jewelers, the jeweler on the east side, the jeweler on your side.
Kyle Walls here from ESPN Wisconsin's Kyle Bruston Norman, and you know I'm watching every snap this football season with the Underdog Fantasy Sports app in hand. With over 5 million people playing and $2 billion won, Underdog makes it fun and easy to cash in. Make a play with just $1 or go big. Play their pick'em game, and you could win up to 1,000 times your money. Underdog has all your favorite leagues, teams, and stars to choose from. You make picks for a pick'em entry and choose if players will go higher or lower when it comes to their stats. Maybe it's Jordan Love higher than 250 passing yards, or even Travis Kelce under 1.5 touchdowns. You can even win when you lose with Underdog's double flex option. Just head over to Underdog's simple-to-use mobile app or UnderdogFantasy.com, sign up using promo code KBN, and Underdog will give you a free pick to use on your first cash pick'em entry, plus up to $1,000 in bonus cash when you deposit. That's Underdog Fantasy promo code KBN, and join me and millions of others and win big. Must be 18 plus and present in state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms apply. Concern with your play. Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Visit ncpgambling.org.
Come see what the buzz is all about at Madison Axe, Madison's state-of-the-art entertainment spot. Enjoy 8 lanes of axe throwing, craft beer, interactive games, plus digital target projection and scoring. For even more fun, check out their indoor backyard with 2,000 square feet of shuffleboard, cornhole, yard games, bar table games, and more. Perfect for date night, groups, corporate meetings, or private events. Madison Axe is your destination for all things fun. Throw it, nail it, celebrate. Go to MadisonAxe.com or head to their location on Stoughton Road today.
Phish Friday on Jim, Matt, and Molly is brought to you by Off-Broadway Draft House. Enjoy a traditional Friday fish fry at Madison's favorite neighborhood gathering spot, Off-Broadway Draft House.
When I see the connection, though I see, I don't stare. Though I see, I don't stare. When I'm lost in my reflection.
It is Jim, Matt, and Molly. Matt and I are live from the Everlight Solar Studio with Primetime Willershire. Molly Brown is up at the zoo. Watch the show on YouTube. At Jim, Matt, and Molly is how you can follow us on social media. And Wisconsin On Demand, Apple, Spotify, any of those great places where you can find the show. It is time to play Molly's game.
Hi. I am looking for Molly. I've been searching everywhere and I can't seem to find Molly.
This is Molly's Game, hosted by America's favorite bookie, Molly Brown.
All right, guys, let's review last week's picks real quick. We did a Thursday Night Football edition. So first up, I asked you when the Washington Commanders were taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. The Eagles were favored by 4 points, and I want to know your thoughts on that one. You guys both said that the Eagles would cover. I should say Jim and Ryan, because Matt, you were not here. But Jim and Ryan, you guys both said that the Eagles would cover at -4. They did cover. They won 26-18 in that matchup. Then I asked you who was going to score the first touchdown of the game, the Commanders or Eagles, and you got bonus points if you got the right player. Neither of you got the right player. But Ryan was on a roll, and he picked the Commanders. The Commanders did score first, but it was Brian Robinson Jr. Who is that, you may ask? I don't know. Does anybody know?
They're starting running back?
Yeah.
Is it? I don't know. I haven't paid that close enough attention to the Commanders, but
You know, what he's best known for is when he was a rookie. I believe he got shot while being carjacked early in the season.
Oh, that was him?
Yes, that's him.
Oh,
And then
I
he
didn't
came
realize
back
it
and
was
played,
him.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, now another player in the NFL, a current rookie.
Ricky
also,
Pearsall.
Pearsall, yeah.
49ers,
Yeah, that one's wild. He just scored last week, I think.
He did, yeah.
He did.
I don't know if it was last week because I didn't get any fantasy points from him.
Oh,
It
it's
was the
on
week before,
Juice.
yeah.
Were you playing him?
Yeah.
Shouldn't be playing him.
They were down a bunch of receivers.
I swear that was last week.
Yeah, I
I
mean,
swear
Kittle
it
wasn't
was.
playing last week. Ayuk's out for the year.
Yeah.
Pearsall
I'm
was
pretty sure
I'm going to
starting.
tell you right now, Pearsall did not get a touchdown last week. I could have used one.
All right.
Well, I don't know. Check the tape. Then I asked you which quarterback was going to have more rushing yards in that game, Jaden Daniels or Jalen Hurts. Ryan, you said Hurts. Jim, you said Daniels. Jalen Hurts did have more. He had 39 rushing yards compared to Jaden Daniels' 18. Then moving on to today. First up, the Milwaukee Bucks. They've won 3 out of their last 4 games, and they take on the Chicago Bulls tonight at Pfizer Forum. I want to know, do the Bucks win? Jim, since you're a Bucks and a Bulls fan,
I
what are your
follow the
thoughts?
Bulls. I would say. Is this game on ESPN?
It is
It
on
is.
ESPN, yes.
So here's one little tidbit. The Bulls do exceptionally well on national TV. I think they've lost one national televised game in the last
Is this over multiple years?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh,
usually
really?
it's like a TNT thing. Like, they never lost on TNT, but they have a pretty good national record.
I've never heard that before.
Where's
Like,
it at?
literally have never heard that. It's at Pfizer in Milwaukee.
Bucks are 8-point favorites.
Man, I'd take the Bulls to cover, but I'll take the Bucks to win.
All right.
Matt Hamilton?
I also think the Bucks are going to win that one.
I'm being very pessimistic today. I don't like the Bucks right now. They're barely able to beat the Hornets. They barely beat. God, what?
They're
god awful-
1-1 against the Bulls so far this season.
They're 1-1.
Yeah, they
the
beat
Bulls
them
still won.
111 to 107, and then lost 133 to 122.
It's kind of crazy. They already played 3 times in the
That
season.
is wild.
Well, this is the third. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, they've played less than 20 games. All right.
I was gonna say it's only like 16 games in or something, isn't it?
Yeah, 15. This will be the 16th.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're sneaking out wins against bad teams, but Jim, I know the Bulls aren't doing great either right now, but I feel like they're probably more equal teams. And was this to win or to cover?
To win. Just win.
I'll be different. I'll say the Bulls are going to win.
Okay.
And so
All right.
the number was the Bulls won 20 straight regular season home games on TNT.
Home games.
Yes. Yes.
That's interesting.
That's still a pretty interesting stat.
It is.
One of those, like, when it's raining outside and it's under 55 degrees, the Bulls.
I wouldn't put it quite like that.
I mean,
winning 20 games
It's like
at
Jared-
home is pretty simple.
There's like a stat where like Jared Goff and like when it's below 32 degrees or something like that. I think he had a bad. I mean, that might be a made-up one that Aaron Rodgers got duped on as well. earlier in the week.
Now you're getting duped on it?
Yeah, it might be. Very well could be.
All
They're
right, Molly,
7-0 in
next.
6 games.
Yeah.
Next one, guys. Wisconsin volleyball. They take on the Minnesota Gophers tonight with our coverage beginning at 7:30.
And the silent set in the first set of the game.
You read my mind. So I'm wondering, over under 12 minutes, for how long Wisconsin volleyball's silent set will last tonight against Minnesota. And the silent set, this is when the first 8 Wisconsin points will be completely silent in the arena. So I'm curious, over under 12 minutes, how long is it going to take them to get to that 9 point? Does that make sense?
Yeah. I'm going to go under.
Same.
Kelly Sheffield said last night that it could be anywhere from 5 to 25 minutes. You never know.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be 25. I'm leaning more towards 5.
Yeah.
Minnesota's pretty good.
So it's after their 8th point. So like the 9th point is
Yep.
when the field house will erupt.
Yep.
I guess I just don't know the pace of play necessary for volleyball. Like
It
points
just
per
depends.
minute.
If you think the Badgers go on like a run,
Yeah.
you know, if they trade points, it's probably going to be over. But if the Badgers or, what'd you say, Minnesota?
Minnesota,
Yep.
yeah.
Wait, is it the 9th point for the Badgers?
Yes.
Oh,
Only
yeah.
Wisconsin points.
Yeah, so if Minnesota goes on a bit of a
Exactly.
run, yeah, it slows it down. So it's a tricky one.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go under because that'll be a homer for this pick.
They played the Gophers already this year and lost,
They lost,
right?
yeah.
Yep,
Yeah,
they lost.
so
Minnesota.
I think I'm going to say there's a little bit of revenge. There's a little spite in that blood right now. I think the Badgers are going to get to 9 points pretty quick.
All right.
Are we all
Okay.
going under?
We're all going under.
Okay.
You all went under. Last one here, guys. Over under 3.5 total successful field goals in tomorrow night's game between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cleveland Browns. 3.5 total successful field goals in the game.
You know,
Over.
Boswell last week had 6 in a win over the Ravens. They didn't get in the end zone once. They just kicked 6 field goals.
Easy over.
Yeah.
Russell Wilson, stinky.
Yeah, I'm smashing the over.
All
If
right,
you could've
Ryan.
said 5.5, I'd be like, over.
I'll go
You're
under.
That's wild.
I'll
Okay.
go under just because I don't think there'll be that. 4 field goals is kind of a lot of attempts. I mean, and if there's one miss, then you got to get to 5 attempts. I'll go under. I mean, I think the Browns might just lay down in this game. Honestly, like they might just get killed by
And
the
this is
Steelers.
knowing that last week Boswell had 6 field goals.
Because that was against the Ravens, where they actually have a defense that'll stop them.
Yep.
I think the Browns are
But the Browns have an okay defense, don't they?
They
Isn't that
did.
like all they got?
They do. You're more going on the quit factor.
yeah, I think they're at quit. They're on quit watch.
But this is a rivalry game.
It is. Where's the game?
I believe it's in Cleveland.
She had a 50-50 shot there.
She did.
Shut up, Matt.
I'll go under still.
Okay.
I think the Steelers are gonna roll them. I don't think it's gonna be
Russell
competitive.
is averaging about 1.3 touchdowns per game as a starter. And they realistically had one game against Commanders where he threw 3, completing 50% of his passes. Other than that, has not been great.
I could see
I just don't see a lot of touchdowns for Steelers.
I could see 17-0 though.
Yeah, I mean, I get what you're saying. I think the Steelers are bad on offense. I just don't think they put the ball.
It's correct.
Yes.
Did you guys see when they put Justin Fields in last week, and then he could have ended the game, but then he slid too
early.
soon?
Yep.
Yeah.
Jim, you probably love that.
No, I need him to play two more games so they get a 4th-round draft pick.
Oh, I thought he was about to say, no, I need him for fantasy.
I know, that's what I thought too.
You have Justin Fields in fantasy.
Hey, to be fair, in my Dynasty League, I had to play Josh Dobbs because all my quarterbacks are either hurt or on bye.
Wait,
is Josh Dobbs even in the league?
Yeah,
anymore?
he's like the second or third backup for Purdy.
I didn't even know he was with the Niners. I've only seen him on those commercials.
Purdy's got the shoulder.
Yeah. It was tough sledding last week in Dynasty League.
he was a pretty good backup for the Minnesota Vikings for a couple weeks there. So
yeah,
that's actually
like 2.
Nah, it was longer than that. I don't know. But if you're looking to make any wagers, you need to make your way down to Potawatomi Casino Hotel in Milwaukee. They have a state-of-the-art venue, which has dozens of self-service betting kiosks, seating for over 200 people, a first-class bar and restaurant, VIP deck, and a broadcast booth, which we're big fans of. If that isn't enough for you, there's a giant wall that's over 2,000 square feet. If you're short on time, they have free 20-minute reserve structure parking, and in a major move for all sports bettors out there, you can now use your Potawatomi rewards cards at most self-service kiosks and the betting counter. Bet on your favorite sports and earn rewards points along the way. Now that's a winning play. Bet about the rest. Learn more at paysbig.com/sportsbook. This is Jim, Matt, and Molly.
You're listening to Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN, ESPN Madison on YouTube, and Wisconsin On Demand.
Step into nostalgia with the Miller High Life Dive Bar of the Week. Listen to Jim, Matt, and Molly every Thursday to find out where you can enjoy $2 Miller High Lifes and High Life Lights. To celebrate our love for dive bars, we are going to tell you about some of our favorites, including one featured dive bar that will offer $2 High Lifes and High Life Lights for the week. Taste the champagne of beer in its natural environment. A delightfully different dive bar in Wisconsin like the Wisco, the Bristled Boar, Remington's Tavern, and Vin's Missouri Tavern.
Hey, it's John Hayes, owner of Goodman's Jewelers. Come in and discover the high standards, classic traditions, honesty, integrity, and elegance when you walk through our doors. For over 90 years, customers have returned again and again to our warm boutique setting. Trust me, because I've been there for over 40 of them. Whether it's time to come back or your first time in, stop by Goodman's Jewelers at 220 State Street today. Goodman's Jewelers, the diamond store of Madison since 1933.
The best is at Goodman's.
Liberty Station American Tavern and Smokehouse isn't just a barbecue restaurant. Fish fry, walleye, and vegetarian options are available, and they have a menu that's sure to please everyone. Liberty Station smokes their meats daily with a 1,000-gallon custom smoker, giving you the freshest experience possible. Enjoy happy hour with daily discounts on both food and drinks at their large bar with 20 draft taps and multiple TVs to watch the big game. Be sure to check out their sprawling patio with an indoor and outdoor porch area too. Liberty Station off the Beltline on Rimrock Road.
Winter athletes, how are you getting prepared for the upcoming season? Total Athlete Performance is here to take your game to the next level. TAP will get you prepared with individualized speed and strength training sessions available in both the Verona and DeForest locations, as well as remote options. Since 2017, TAP has been providing elite performance training in the Madison area to help every athlete become the best version of themselves. Sign up for your free assessment at tapwisconsin.com. That's tapwisconsin.com.
When you're having computer problems, you need a company you trust to get things working again, quickly and affordably. Madison Computer Works has been doing that for business and residential customers for decades. Our computer care plans take away the hassle of being without your computer or needing to bring it in for repair. Starting at only $10 a month, our local and friendly techs provide remote help and can fix most problems in just minutes. Call 608-231-8000 and sign up today. Madison Computer Works, computers that work for you.
Gruber Law Offices presents Thanalysis.
Brian Greenhorse.
A podcast from Thanasis Antetokounmpo.
The 2021 championship is one of the purest championships.
Also supported by Carbless, premium ready-to-drink cocktails.
Even if Giannis wins 2 more, it will never be like that.
And Potawatomi Casino Hotel in Milwaukee.
The mountaintop was achieved.
Subscribe on YouTube and wherever you get your podcasts.
In the next 30 seconds, I'm going to tell you how to save money and save the planet.
It's simple. Ditch your energy bill and make the switch over to Everlight Solar. While electricity prices keep rising, Everlight Solar will give you the chance to take ownership of your power while also reducing your carbon footprint. As a local company based out of Madison, they'll be there with you every step of the way as you make the switch to solar. To learn more about how you can save money and save the planet, go to everlightsolar.com.
ESPN Madison is on Wisconsin sports. Catch what you missed on the Varsity Podcast on Wisconsin On Demand, brought to you by Game Day Men's Health Middleton. Keep your performance up and on track in all areas of your life with Game Day Men's Health. Check them out at GameDayMen'sHealth.com/Middleton.
Matt Hamilton here to tell you about my friends at Revive Restoration. Nobody plans for accidents to happen, but when they do, you can count on Revive to be professional, efficient, and detail-oriented as they make things right again. Revive Restoration.
Green Bay Hall of Famer Mark Tauscher on Jim, Matt, and Molly is brought to you by Chalmers Jewelers. Chalmers Jewelers, with locations in Middleton and downtown Madison.
What did you call yourself, Thundercat? Well, I appreciate it, Thunder.
Green Bay Packers Hall of Famer
Matt Hamilton. Help me out. Who is that?
Wisconsin football analyst.
You know what? It feels like Molly's the only one that's being sincere about that. So, Molly, I really appreciate that. Thank you.
Mark Tauscher on Jim, Matt, and Molly is brought to you by Chalmers Jewelers. Chalmers Jewelers, with locations in Middleton and downtown Madison.
We are thrilled to be joined by Mark Tauscher here on Jim, Matt, and Molly. We are live at the Everlight Solar Studio. I am Jim Rutledge alongside Matt Hamilton, to the surprise of everyone. Primetime Wollersheim is here with us as well. That's Molly Brown's laugh. And Molly, since this might be the last time, because we're off Thursday, Friday, and you're off next week, and you're ready to pop at any moment, since this is the last time we might be talking to Mark Tauscher as a show, I'll allow you the first question.
Oh, wow. I am honored. Tausch.
My lady.
That was weird. Tausch, my biggest question is, what was your first thoughts when you heard Luke Fickell's response to the play calling situation and the changes with the offensive coordinator and all that good stuff that's been coming out of Wisconsin football this week?
Oh, what happened? I haven't been paying attention. Can you fill me in? What's been going on over there?
Yeah, no, not much, honestly. It's kind of boring, actually, in Madison, Wisconsin. So
how Matt Hamilton of you.
Yeah, I thought, no, that's a whole nother conversation. I thought the way that Luke handled it as far as, the who cares and that sort of stuff, I understood. I mean, listen, I think obviously it was a tough decision, and he wants to just move the conversation forward, but you have to kind of address it. And I didn't think it was his best day in front of the media. I thought it wasn't handled great. And I'm sure if he had to do it over and kind of reset, I think he'd probably look at maybe handling it in a different way. So when you kind of factor all that in, I think it's been a frustrating season, and I think it's been frustrating from his perspective on how this offense is played. And, obviously Phil Longo is a big part of that. So I think everybody is frustrated by how it all played out, and I'm sure, Luke is probably at the top of that list.
With the Badger offense, we talked to Coach Alvarez, and he referenced, and this was before Phil Longo was let go, but he was just talking in general how Chris McIntosh surely had a list of potential head coaches when he moved off of Paul Chryst, and Luke Fickell was obviously on that list, and we assume that Luke Fickell has a list here for offensive coordinators. Mark, whether it's style or if you have names, and I know you had Evan Cohen on with some names as well, what would be on your list as a potential OC for the Wisconsin Badger football team?
Yeah, I don't really have like a name per se. I mean, there's been plenty, and Evan mentioned one of my good buddies who's been a coach out at Idaho. Being a head coach, if you're going to go to be an OC, I don't know. But I think you have to have some idea on where this program's at, what has been successful, and, moving the ball forward with the spread and with what Phil Longo was trying to do. Hey, I think you have to be open-minded. It's a new era. The college football landscape has changed, and the idea of just sitting there and running with two extra tight ends and fullbacks every play, I think you do have to evolve. But the basic premise of what has always made Wisconsin good, you have to know what players you're going to be able to get and how you play. The biggest part about coaching, besides recruiting talent at the collegiate level, is utilizing it to the best of your abilities and getting the most out of your guys. and what players you can get here and how you can execute, that's going to be the top 9. It's always been an offensive lineman running school. That doesn't mean you can't be better in the passing game and you can't add layers to it. But I think that is always going to be the foundation of what makes Wisconsin, Wisconsin.
All right, Tauscher, Badgers, 2 games left. I'm just going to ask, are they going to go 2-0, 0-2, or 1-1? And if you do think 1-1, who are they beating?
Yeah, they'll be 2-0.
2-0?
They'll be 2-0. Yeah, why would we not? I don't know. I have no idea how this all shakes out, but I think Wisconsin is the better team in both cases, and I'm going to be a complete homer. Why would I not? I think we're looking at this from we've played some good games. We've had a good stretch. We've had some – obviously the Iowa game was a complete struggle. But now with this change, you kind of like what happened last week with the Bears. It's really similar actually. Guys have to look at this, and I think – I don't remember who said – from a player standpoint, you can be excited about kind of a refreshment, and you can reload, and it's a new slate. But also, you have to take ownership yourself. And a lot of times, you look at yourself in the mirror and say, you know what, I need to make some improvements, and we need to put this on us. That's what this is about to me. And I think that's always a great place to be from a player standpoint, is put the onus on us to be better than what we've been. And if you go ahead and do that, now it's on you. It's not about play calling and anything else. It's about going out and executing at a higher level. And I think this group is going to take a lot of that upon themselves because of how this season has kind of played out.
And to follow this up, of those 2 wins that the Badgers are going to get, which one of their opponents are going to push them the most? Who do you think has the best shot at actually beating or pushing the Badgers?
No, I think both teams are going to push. Obviously, Minnesota is always fired up to, get the axe and to keep the axe, to get the axe back. But Nebraska's in the same boat as we are. Like, we're both fighting for to be bowl eligible. In Nebraska, on the road, that is a really fun environment as a fan, and it is a really hostile environment as a player. So that's going to be a huge challenge this weekend, and Nebraska's kind of taking its lumps. They thought they were going to be bowl eligible. They had a couple of games they thought they could win. They haven't been to a bowl in forever, so we're going to get their best shot, and they better hope. I mean, we're going to be giving them their best. So I think that's going to be a heck of a game. But anytime you play rivalry games like these 2 teams are, it's going to be a huge challenge on both sides.
Amen.
We're talking with Mark Tauscher of Wildy and Tausch. You can hear him weekdays from 9 to noon across ESPN Wisconsin. Tausch, I'm curious, just speaking of rivalry games, do you consider this 49ers-Packers matchup one of those?
Yes. Absolutely, and this will kill Rutledge, but I think it's been a bigger rivalry in the last 5 years than the Bears. And
so you can tell Rutledge.
Obviously, the 49ers have knocked the Green Bay Packers out of the playoffs a ton.
Yep.
So it's a team that I think, outside of probably the Vikings and now the Lions, the way they've improved and are challenging the Packers, the 49ers have been the biggest rival, I think, throughout the Aaron Rodgers era. I think you make a really good argument the 49ers have been the biggest rival the Packers have had.
You'd have to tell me and Brian Bulaga that, because Brian Bulaga said that the Bears are very much a massive rival for the Packers. Hence why Aaron Rodgers did the I own you, because he got riled up in that game, that when the game get going, and a lesser team like Chicago gave the Packers all that they wanted because it was a rivalry game.
No, they almost won, yeah. They almost did.
But they all played them, but they didn't follow through. So that's the important part.
They didn't win.
Right. I'm with you. I'm with you.
I know you are.
I'm with you.
I'm just making sure I'm stating it almost happened. But
yes. Look, honestly, it worked out great. Caleb Williams led a game-winning drive. Matt Eberflus screws it up at the end. The Bears are going to fire their coach.
Rookie contract.
Exactly.
Still on that rookie contract.
I was hoping we were going to get
it. And I said this, Mark. The biggest failure for the Bears this year is they've wasted a rookie contract season of Caleb Williams. They've thrown away one of those years. He's developing, but they could have done more. They've wasted it.
Jim, if the Bears could redraft right now from this year, would they change anything? Would they keep Caleb, or would they grab any of these other guys?
They would definitely take Caleb. If you, I mean, and I don't. That's not me saying it. You can look into it. He's the only one calling offensive plays at the line of scrimmage. He's the only one calling the protections. What they would have done differently this offseason is not hire Shane Waldron. they would have either hired Thomas Brown to start with, or Cliff Kingsbury, who they brought in, or the Falcons offensive coordinator, who they brought in, or they would have fired. And actually, here's what they should have done: is fired Eberflus and hired Jim Harbaugh. Like, that is in Chicago amongst Bears fans. That's the regret, because you see what Jim Harbaugh is doing with Justin Herbert. That is the failure. Caleb Williams, and there can be more, because obviously, like, Jordan Love's the fourth best quarterback from his draft class. Like, there could be more than one good quarterback from a draft class. So, like, it can all work out.
I think we could probably argue that who's the best quarterback in that draft, but
it ain't Jordan Love. We all agree on it. It ain't Jordan Love.
It ain't Jordan Love. Save that conversation.
It's not Jordan Love, though. Conversation. I mean, it's Joe Burrow.
I'm not going to argue with you on that. We could save that. And I think if
I'm happy to have a conversation whenever.
If most people are redrafting the quarterback class, I don't think anybody's not going to take Jaden Daniels over Caleb Williams right now. I just don't.
That's fine, and that's
another story.
Jordan Love would be picked fourth if they were redrafting that one. I mean, it's all the same. I get it. So, like, with the Packers and the 49ers, you pointed out that the Packers could put a dagger in the 49ers season if they win, but the 49ers play in a division that's looked like the NFC North most years when the Packers are winning it, which is like one that's always attainable even with like 7 losses. The Packers, on the other hand, if they lose, they could foreseeably be the last team in the playoffs. So I think the Packers and the 49ers need this game equally, because if the Packers lose, they have 4 NFC losses. They have no shot at the division if they lose. The 49ers have no shot at the wild card, but their division is weak, so they still have a chance to go take that division. So I think both these teams have a pretty equal amount of, I would say, playoff success on the line this weekend.
Well, obviously, from Green Bay's standpoint, we want to win the division. But Green Bay's going to make the playoffs. And you can look at the schedule. You know, we have the Bears left on our schedule, which is a plus. They don't. I don't think San Fran does. San Francisco's schedule is
They do. They do have the Bears on there.
San Francisco, okay, well, that'll be for sure one of their wins. The 49ers, I think this weekend, they've lost to everybody in their division. They have not won a divisional game. Their only way in is going to be to win the division. So, yes, here is my point on it. Green Bay is going to make the playoffs. I don't know if they're going to win the division. I would say odds would be against that as we're sitting here right now. But the 49ers lose this game. They have to go to Buffalo. They still have to play all their divisional teams, and I believe they have another game on the schedule that's not. I think it's against Detroit.
Dolphins.
And
Detroit.
Why I think they're in so much trouble. If they don't pull it off this weekend, I think this will be the end of their little run here and trying to figure things out. Green Bay, they lose this game. Yeah, you probably can then start really wiping out the idea of winning the division. That probably does go away. But Green Bay is going to make the playoffs. They're going to be a 5, 6, or a 7 seed. That's where this is going to end up going. But it's a much bigger game for the San Francisco 49ers. I don't even think that's a question mark as far as trying to make a playoff push. Green Bay is going to get in if they win or lose this game.
Yeah, and look, we did post the question, and right now our fans would say that it is 55% the 49ers have more on the line, 45% the Packers. So,
Yeah, well, I mean, it's a Packer-heavy crowd, but if you just look at the numbers of the gym.
I did. We did the whole show. I'm just saying the 49ers. But again, look at the conference though. The 49ers would control. They still play. They split against Seattle. They still have an opportunity to split against the Rams and split against the 49ers. Like, if you reverse this, you'd say the Packers have if you reversed it, put the Packers in the 49ers' shoes, you'd say the Packers still control their own destiny. The 49ers would still control their own destiny. So a dagger is not inserted into their chest more than so the Packers would have a dagger inserted in their chest, because the Packers, if they lose, the division is bye-bye. So they have one path to making the playoffs, and that's the wild card. The 49ers would have one path to making the playoffs, and that's the division. And that's not a heavy lift when you look at that division.
Hey. We can disagree. You can be wrong a bunch,
yeah.
And your audience will tell you that because you're wrong on this. But that's okay. Numbers don't lie on this, Jimmy boy. It's 7-3, 5-5.
Do you think
the San Francisco 49ers are reeling in a big way? If this can be the dagger to knock these boys out of it, and I think it'd be really fun for the Packers to finally be able to do that to them, which San Francisco has done so many times to us
in the regular season. So is that the best chance for the Packers to beat the 49ers in the playoffs? Is not to let them in the playoffs?
It definitely helps, yeah. I think obviously
they can't
had
do
games where we could have, should have, but yeah, I think it'd be even sweeter to knock them out. Yeah, I think that's one way of keeping them out of the equation. Absolutely.
That's just math, baby.
Just math.
Take that for data.
Mark, thanks for hopping on.
You bet. See you guys.
All right. That's Mark Tauscher, brought to you by Chalmers Jewelers in Madison and in Middleton. This is Jim, Matt, and Molly. We got pole dancing coming up next.
Hey, what's up, everyone? It's Kevin Bozeman, and when I'm in town, I'm making sure I'm always listening to Jim, Matt, and Molly on 100.5 ESPN, even when I'm on air. I still listen to myself, because that's how great that show is.
Get ready for a festive season at the Bruce Company in Middleton. Jim Rutledge here, the Bruce Company Garden Center, has packed their calendar with fun events for your whole family. Kickstart your holiday season with exciting events like a visit with Icelandic horses and snowy owls, and of course, their reindeer fly-in and holiday open house. Mr. and Mrs. Claus will even be landing for a visit at the Bruce Company. So join in the fun this holiday season. Learn more about their upcoming events at brucecompany.com.
When it comes to security for your home and family, you want a winner, and we found one when we placed our trust with J&K Security Solutions. This is Greg Gard. Kim and Jeff hit the game-winning shot for us with the Control 4 home technology system. Home or away, from our smartphones, we can open the garage door, dim the lights, turn on the TV, as well as arm the security system. That's convenience as well as peace of mind. Let J&K Security Solutions do for your home or business like they've done for us. Call 255-5799 or online at jksecurity.com.
Your Honda gets you everywhere. When it needs service, you need Zimbrick Honda service. Their customer service is second to none, and you can experience it for yourself at 2 convenient Madison service locations on Fish Hatchery Road and Grand Canyon Drive. From simple maintenance to expert repairs, Honda certified technicians handle it all. Stop in for an express oil change at Fish Hatchery Road on Saturdays. No appointment necessary. Part of the Madison community since 1973. Shop local. Shop Zimbrick Honda.
Tito's Handmade Vodka is America's original craft vodka. In 1995, Tito Beveridge built his very own distillery and put his life savings into it. Since then, he's won the unanimous Judge's Choice Double Gold Medal at the World Spirits Competition, the Chairman's Trophy for World's Best Vodka Tonic, and many others. Tito's Handmade Vodka is still made on the same land where he started it, all in Austin, Texas. Distilled from corn and gluten-free. Visit us at titosvodka.com for recipes, videos, and more. Distilled and bottled in Austin, Texas. 40% alcohol by volume, namely 80 proof. Crafted to be savored responsibly.
Ben Brust here to tell you about the Princeton Club. I joined the Princeton Club because I was looking for a place I could invest in my health, and the environment and the community I have felt has made it so easy for me to incorporate it into my everyday life. It doesn't matter where you're at in your fitness journey because they have something to offer everyone. It also goes beyond fitness. From the moment you walk in the club to the moment you walk out, there is a togetherness felt throughout the members and staff that keeps you going for your better tomorrow. Don't wait any longer and get started on your fitness journey today at PrincetonClub.net. That's PrincetonClub.net.
You're only minutes away from a better buying experience at Simden Chevy in Mount Horeb. Jim Rutledge here. What is a better buying experience? Well, that's the thing. You get to define it. It is the experience that is customized to you. What experience do you want at a car dealership? They can be your trusted friend or your trusted expert. So if you're in the market for a new or new-to-you Silverado, Colorado, Blazer, Trailblazer, remember, you're only minutes away from a better buying experience, and that's at Simden Chevy in Mount Horeb.
Santa's back again. Santa's back.
That's not a Christmas song, Dad.
That's true, Sid, but I'm celebrating our ESPN Wisconsin Racine Danish Kringles Jingle for Your Kringle contest on Wilde and Tausch, where you could win Kringle for a year. It's back for another year.
Can I enter?
Sure, anyone can. All you have to do is submit your own original jingle to celebrate the holidays and Racine Danish Kringle to ESPNWisconsinContest.com. Then we'll pick the most creative songs, and our grand prize winner will get Kringle for a year. There's only one requirement. Make sure you include Racine Danish Kringles. It's not just a treat, it's a tradition in your jingle. Or if you don't want to sing, but you still want to celebrate the holidays with the Racine Danish Kringle, call 800-4DANISH or visit Kringle.com and order their all-new Holiday Stick Sampler.
Sweet dreams of holiday Kringle, Mary Berry and apple, and lots of icing too.
Sid, what are you doing?
I'm working on my jingle. Kringle, I love you.
Hey, what's up, everyone? This is UW Whitewater alumni and stand-up comedian Kevin Bozeman, and you're listening to Jim, Matt, and Molly on 100.5 ESPN. Go Warhawks!
They dance above me as I sing. I see them through a crystal haze, and hear their sweet sound bouncing.
It is Jim, Matt, and Molly, the last one of the week. I'm disappointed. But
Yeah,
I
me
guess
too.
It is what it is.
What the heck, Matt?
I got curling. This is perfect for me.
Okay.
I was
It's
just
like,
like,
I can
I'm
be
not that
gone.
disappointed.
I can be gone and not actually have to miss a show. This is perfect.
What is this?
I'm disappointed.
You guys can still do like a digital show or something, can't you? You, Jim and Ryan, you guys can.
Yeah, you
You
guys
really
are
wanna
more than
work?
welcome to.
To be fully honest, tomorrow I'm going to hang out with our good friend Jeff from J&K Security Solutions. We're going to have a cigar and some bourbon, and I'll take that trade off. Yeah, so it'll be fine. But I'll miss you guys. You and the fans, even the ones that get in their feels when they listen to the show. Those are actually my favorite.
Rutledge's
Yeah, you don't have
galactically
to read it.
stupid.
It's the same.
Oh.
It's the same message. You can read it. It's the same message every time. You're a Chiefs fan. Ha ha. Caleb sucks. Right? Is that what it was?
Chiefs win.
Is that what it was?
It was Jimbo. The Bears would draft Caleb for sure. LOL. Still galactically stupid, but at least your stupidity is consistent. Remember, at least you're still a Chiefs fan. Then the other one from our guy.
Chiefs win.
From our other guy, AC and Tosa, we love him. He says the Tauscher Rutledge tension is real. Reminds me of my manager and I. LOL, tension. P.S. My manager, never mind. My manager is a Vikings fan. Yeah,
I have no issue with Tauscher, but as
Well,
I
no,
would
but
say,
there is tension in
here's
the
thing.
conversation.
Because, and this is not Mark's fault, we are the only show that is not guzzling down the green and gold Kool-Aid.
Well, I
So
mean,
we
if
at
you guys
least-
would let me, I would,
Yes.
but
So we're the only one that's going to try to make people honest in their assessments. That's all.
I'm just waiting for the day that Tausch just hangs up the phone because he definitely did that on Scalzo and Bruss at least once that I heard. So I'm just waiting for him to hang up on us.
I'm pretty sure he's done it with us before.
Well, don't say us. It's Jim probably,
It was
not
Rutledge and
us.
Hamilton at the time.
Yeah.
Okay, fair.
And Matt probably wasn't there, so.
That was the jump around.
I don't think, again, look,
Just
we're just, trying
catching
to do,
strays.
we're just trying to do thought exercises, and I don't think I said anything out of bounds.
some people don't want to exercise, Jim.
Right. It's called Packer fans. All right, let's get to pole dancing.
Whoa.
Rude.
Are you exercising, Molly?
Come on.
Hey, you know what?
Her ankles look like she's been exercising. She's every day. She wakes up from the day the moment she wakes up to the moment she goes to bed. She's carrying an extra like 50 pounds because these kids are like 25 pounders.
That's why my ankles are so huge because I'm just doing ankle lifts with my ankle weight.
Yeah, dude.
They're not
All
ankles.
right, let's pole dance.
We asked and you
Ankle
answered.
Schwarzenegger.
Coming to the stage, it's pole dancing on Jim, Matt, and Molly.
Hey now.
Presented by Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealership.
Yeah, guys, it might be only Wednesday, but since there's no show Friday, we gotta go pole dancing.
Yeah, boy.
Guys, I gotta get the
God.
elephant in the room out of the way, because the only poll results I want to look at today. Would you want to see a blurred out photo of Molly Brown's swollen, pregnant feet?
Well, you could have at least made him sound sexy.
No, that would have been worse.
That would have been a lie, a bold-faced lie.
We are truthful to our fans, Molly.
So we had 25 votes, 80% saying no, 20% saying yes. Matt Hamilton, where do you fall?
No, 100 times no.
do you think the results would have been different if we didn't blur it out?
Yes.
Do you think that's why it's 80% no? Is because
Yeah,
it's blurred
exactly.
out?
Like, why are you gonna tease me with a photo like that?
I don't want to know
Does it show like just the toe?
No.
Just the toe.
Kovato Aaron Rodgers
I
again.
hate this right now. Right, I got another poll if you're looking for one.
I have other polls too, but we're almost out of time.
Yeah. You got to do the pessimist poll.
Oh, the pessimist poll? What were the results?
The results 67% pessimist, 33% realist. Sorry, Molly. The
Well-
people have
Oh,
spoken.
the people have spoken. That's it. Yes.
You know what, Matt? AC and Toasted has said that you're the green and gold guzzler. So which one would I rather be?
I mean, the Kool-Aid's nice. It's delicious.
Oh, it's Kool-Aid you're drinking.
Green and gold Kool-Aid.
Okay.
Guzzling it.
What makes it gold?
Gross.
What makes it gold?
It's
I don't
pineapple.
know. Yeah, it's pineapple.
Ah, okay.
Better flavor.
Upside down pineapple.
Whoa!
Do you like keg stand the green and gold?
Yeah,
no,
seems that way. Seems that way.
I'm sorry I brought it up.
Well,
Guys, it's been a great last show.
yeah, I feel like Molly's gonna. I'll be honest. I think Molly's gonna pop before
Yeah.
we're back. 'Cause also, I'm out on the second.
All right. Molly, final thoughts in the last 15 seconds of your last show?
I hope I don't have 25-pound babies. I don't know.
Great.
Go
perfect.
Pack, go.
Hey,
Go Badgers.
December 2nd. That's the date. They'll share a birthday with the greatest, Magnolia. All right, it's been Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light. Step into nostalgia with the Miller High Life Dive Bar of the Week. Listen to Jim, Matt, and Molly every Thursday to find out where you can enjoy $2 Miller High Lifes and High Life Lights. To celebrate our love for dive bars, we are going to tell you about some of our favorites, including one featured dive bar that will offer $2 High Lifes and High Life Lights for the week. Taste the champagne of beer in its natural environment. A delightfully different dive bar in Wisconsin.